yards for a touchdown.
This is the Shanahan run game. I know Coach and I the whole second half were like, can they keep giving Deebo Samuel more of these runs? They're working.
He's only an all-pro receiver, no big deal. Fourth quarter, 49ers up 23-10. Jimmy G intercepted on this play.
Well, he just wanted to make sure we could keep talking about the storyline. Can we trust Jimmy G here through the playoffs? It's a bad mistake with total control of the game here.
Suddenly, Dallas has life. Can the Cowboys capitalize? Yes, they can. Dak Prescott looking to take it.
On this rush by the 49ers, but a walk-in touchdown.
They cut the deficit to 6. Yes, kiss to the gods there. Under 2 minutes to go. Cowboys with the ball on the 6th, 4th and 11. Prescott, desperation.
Almost hits it. It was scary. Good job avoiding the blitz. The 49ers brought pressure, but protecting Prescott was an issue all game long against this 49er D-line.
Cedric Wilson just can't make a catch, and then Samuel takes it again. It's the toss. There he is.
Right. I mean, listen, they need to have more plays like this in the playbook. He is too special.
But he comes up just
Yeah,
short.
sure.
They would have to punt it, so one last chance for Dallas. Prescott using his legs.
Trying to get it in position, get up quick.
How about them Cowboys? Here we go, Steelers. Here we go. Pittsburgh is playing at Kansas City in the wild card round of the NFL playoffs tonight on Sunday Night Football, as we've been waiting all day for Sunday night following the Bengals, Bills, Buccaneers, and now 49ers wins already this weekend. Thanks for tuning in and listening to my NFL playoffs, live watch along reactions, live right here on YouTube. As always, I'm your host, Encyclopedia Sports, Cool Hand Luke at 96. Be sure to like, follow, and subscribe on social media. Links in the description below. That thumbs up button. Share hashtag NFL, hashtag NFL playoffs, hashtag Steelers and Chiefs as well. Chat questions and comments, super chats, super stickers, always really appreciated. And once again, thank you for tuning in and listening. Pittsburgh tonight in a rematch against the Chiefs. They have to find a running game early and often with rookie at Alabama, number 22, Najee Harris. Rock the Naj and run 22 all night, who is active after being placed on the injury report late last week. The Steelers will also get back wide receiver Juju Smith-Schuster at wideout after he suffered a season-ending injury back in the middle of October against another AFC West opponent in the Denver Broncos. It was a season-ending injury. He was done for the year, but they activated him off of IR, and he is active and will play tonight. We'll get more into his potential workload in a second. But, yeah, the Steelers early and often kickoff about 10 minutes away on NBC. Have fun running game with Najee Harris. Ben, well, it could be his final game of his Hall of Fame career. Big Ben Roethlisberger cannot do it all by himself. You got to help Seven out a little bit, take some pressure off of him, and run the damn ball. Believe me, if you find and then have a running game, the rest of the offensive playbook, that's unfortunately being called by Matt Canada, will open itself up, and honestly, you're going to be able to do whatever the hell you want because you'll have the defense on their heels guessing. So run to Kansas City, Kansas, and then back to Arrowhead in Kansas City, Missouri, where this game is being played at. It's a hostile environment. It's the playoffs. You're on the road again in a rematch. You lost by 3.5 scores last 2 times you met. But, hostile environment on the road this time of year. You cannot turn the ball over and then expect to have a chance to win. We've seen how big of an effect turnovers and penalties have been already this wild card weekend. So I'll digress there, but yeah, no. You cannot turn the ball over and expect to have a chance to win. So no turnovers tonight. Just, don't put yourself in a hole. They like doing it for some reason. I don't know why. Don't put yourself in a hole, though. But if so, once again, potentially with another slow start tonight, just find a way. Just find a way to do what you got to do. Got to be able to capitalize off of any cheap turnovers, though, as well, if in fact you get any. But, the defense will have to bring the steel curtain down, no doubt about it. The defense might win the game, along with special teams. But something's got to give in the end, as always, so we'll see what does. But, no turnovers tonight. Whoever turns the ball over is going to lose. But once again, I'll digress. We'll get more into this game in a second. But as always, coming up halftime, well, first half stats and scores. We'll recap this super wild card round this weekend, thus far at least. And then, of course, preview what's to come tomorrow night on Monday Night Football, along with next week in the division round. As if Pittsburgh wins tonight, they'll play at the Tennessee Titans either next Saturday or Sunday. Whereas if Kansas City wins, they'll host the Buffalo Bills, with then Cincinnati going to Tennessee. So that's the AFC. And then, of course, with Monday Night Football being in the NFC with the Cardinals and Rams, we'll update the NFC playoff picture then. But Tampa Bay won earlier today. San Francisco just went on the road and defeated the Cowboys. 49ers are the lone road team to win so far this weekend. So San Fran's now going to go to Green Bay to take on the Packers. And then tomorrow night's winner between Cardinals and Rams, they'll head to Tampa Bay to take on the Bucs. So be sure to tune back in tomorrow night for NFL playoff Monday Night Football and WWE Monday Night Raw live watch long reactions live right here on YouTube. But tonight, Steelers-Chiefs in a rematch from the day after Christmas, in which the Chiefs defeated the Steelers 36-10, capitalizing off of 3 turnovers for 17 points. Game would have been a whole different ball game if Pittsburgh didn't turn the ball over, but they did, along, of course, with missing a field goal. They don't turn the ball over and miss that field goal. It's 19-13 late rather than what it was in a 26-point blowout loss. But really in the end anyways, they still didn't play good enough to win, so it is what it is. That's the last time the Chiefs played at home. That's the last time the Steelers lost. But of course, that was then. This is now. Anything can happen in the playoffs. The talk of the Steelers, we don't have a chance, bullshit. Everyone has a chance. Why the game is being played? It's not decided on the same paper that says Pittsburgh doesn't have a chance. It's decided on the field. So we'll see what goes tonight. Let's just play and have some fun in what could be Ben Roethlisberger's final game. But as we've both thought and said that recently, like the black and gold they are, the Steelers are still standing. I'm telling everyone right now, don't be surprised if Pittsburgh wins tonight at Kansas City against the Chiefs here in the playoffs. They've done it before. Why not do it again? It was the Bucs' last ride in 2005, having to go on the road throughout the entirety of the playoffs before they won Super Bowl 40. This is Ben's last ride, so let's do the same damn thing for him. Get him Southern California in less than a month for that Hollywood ending, climbing that stairway to 7 for number 7 as the Steelers. If they would get a Super Bowl and win, they'd become, as they were also the first franchise to 6 Super Bowl wins, they'd become also the first to 7. So here we go, Steelers. Here we go. Steelers to win tonight, upset the 2-year running back-to-back AFC champions in the Kansas City Chiefs, even though, once again, as it is most likely Ben Roethlisberger's final game in the NFL, of course, if they do, in fact, lose 18 years as a Pittsburgh Steeler, this could be it. And as he's said, thank you, Ben Roethlisberger. Once again, Canton, Ohio, and the Pro Football Hall of Fame awaits. As mentioned, Steelers have won 2 straight, defeated Cleveland on Monday night, 26-14 to begin the new year, and then last Sunday went to Baltimore and won an overtime and game-winning field goal. They are 9-7-1, the lone tie, of course, against the Lions, which was about a month after Juju went down with an injury, and once again, he is back. He is active tonight. He will play. The Steelers, 9-7-1, made the playoffs as a wild card, the 7 seed, after defeating Baltimore last week, and then also getting some help to make the playoffs. The Jaguars defeating the Colts and the Raiders defeating the Chargers last Sunday night in overtime, not tying, because of course that game would have tied. Both the Raiders and Chargers would have been in. We would have had completely different matchups this weekend. But the Raiders won. They lost the Bengals yesterday. Pittsburgh's in because they won, along with the Jaguars won, and they won themselves. And now they'll play at Kansas City coming up here momentarily. So they're in, and that's, this time of year all that matters, because anything could happen in the playoffs. Kansas City, on the flip side, they started 3-4. They won 8 straight. Then they split their last 2 games against the Bengals and Broncos, and a loss and a win to finish 12-5 and win the AFC West. Once again, beat Pittsburgh less than a month ago, the day after Christmas, 36-10. in their last home game. And once again, that was the last time the Steelers lost. And once again, the Bengals right after New Year's beat the Chiefs on a game-winning field goal. And then last Saturday, Kansas City played in that regular season finale, Saturday doubleheader against Denver and beat the Broncos. But, of course, they're trying to go to their third straight Super Bowl. And they do go back to the third straight Super Bowl. Hell, they've already won in that very building already this year. So we'll see what gives. I mean, all time, at least recently, the Steelers have won 3 of the last 5 meetings. The Steelers tonight, though, they need to find, once again, a running game early and often with Najee Harris, along with stopping Mahomes and the Chiefs' high-powered offense. Honestly, if they can do that, along with keeping it simple, not, doing more than you have to, take what defense gives you, balancing to see, no doubt about it. Once again, Ben's going to have to make some plays, give it his all, which he will, but run the damn ball, open up play action. Steeler defense needs to bring the steel curtain down. Make your home in the Chiefs' backfield by taking down Patrick Mahomes. And, rely on your special teams. Get a few 3 points off of Boswell's toe and maybe a big return or two in the return game. But I feel turnovers, once again, in the end, will determine the outcome of this game, as it did the last time these two teams met. It was 3 turnovers, 17 points in favor of the Chiefs. So as always, once again, we'll see what gives. I'm sure there's always something will. But Pittsburgh hasn't won in the playoffs as well, I might add, since they defeated the Chiefs during the 2016 season. It was January 15th. 5 years to the day yesterday, January 2017. But, I mean, tonight, down to the wire, heart attack after heart attack. It's a Steeler game. What do you expect? The Chiefs are going to be without running back Clyde Edwards-Helaire, who had a touchdown against Pittsburgh last time they met, as he's out with an injury still. He's been banged up for the most part all year. The Steelers, for the most part, though, they're as healthy as they've been all year, to say the least. Now, cornerback James Pierre is out. He's on the COVID-19 reserve list. But, the standard's a standard. You play with who you have. It's next man up mentality. And, Juju Smith-Schuster is back. Once again, he hasn't played since he suffered his season-ending shoulder injury against the Broncos on October the 10th. Juju, we'll see, once again, how his workload's going to be, as he could very well be a decoy, which means somebody is going to be open. So just get the hell open, and, Ben's going to get the football, hopefully. And then, hopefully, on top of that, they have a running game to go along with it. So, Ben Roethlisberger, Najee Harris, as Mike Tomlin gets interviewed, it is about us. Take care of business yourself, and the rest will sort itself out. Do your job. But yeah, Roethlisberger, Harris, Juju's back. Still got Deontay Johnson, Chase Claypool, James Washington, Ray McLeod, and then Pat Freiermuth and Zach Gentry at tight end, along with, of course, Hayward and Watt on the D-line. And we'll see how the backers play in, and then the back end as well, with Hayden and Fitzpatrick. But, once again, we'll see what happens here tonight. Emotion and momentum for Ben. But arguably the Chiefs should be in for their lives in a must-win. This one's for Ben type of game, win or go home, survive and advance to the playoffs, for God's sakes. But kickoff from Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City, Missouri on NBC with Al Michaels, and here's guy Chris Collinsworth on the call. Michelle Tafoya on the sideline giving her report. So pregame festivities about to wrap up. They'll tomahawk chop their way for the kickoff. We'll have a little start me up, and Chiefs are on the kickoff, so Steelers are going to get the ball. Well, remember the last time Steelers played on Sunday Night Football in the wild card round of the playoffs last year at home against the Browns. First snap of the game, Pouncey over the head of Ben, and it was a Brown touchdown, and, really ball game after that. But even though it's January and not December, 60 minutes of hell tonight, hopefully. We'll have a kickoff down in the end zone for a touchback. So 1st and 10 Steelers from the 25-yard line, left to right across your television screen, ready on a down. Once again, thanks for tuning in and listening. Be sure to like, follow, and subscribe on social media. Ben from Miami, Ohio, Najee from Bama, Toledo, Notre Dame, Penn State for Fryermuth, Zach Gentry, the former Michigan quarterback, Dan Moore, John Legoo, J.C. Hausner, Trey Turner, and Chuk, your offensive line here tonight. So 1st and 10 for the black and gold. They're going to start out of the gun. And good to see Juju back out there. He's in motion, slot top of your screen. Run the damn ball. Run Najee. And they do. Of course, he hurt his right elbow last week against the Ravens. Missed, the most part of the first half. Came back late third, early fourth quarter. And, they found a way to win. Got the game to overtime and won it in overtime and then got some help. And that's why they're here tonight. So, one thing at a time. 2nd down and 8. Ben under center. Here comes a bubble screen. No, they'll fake the run. Or actually, they do run it with Najee again. And he has nowhere to go. So, make it 3rd and 8. And as we just saw, the Steeler offense, here's the Chief defense. And, Pittsburgh now going up against Melvin Ingram, the former Charger and Steeler linebacker, now for the 2nd time this year. Of course, he was on the team up until the trade deadline. They dished him to Kansas City. Played at Kansas City the day after Christmas. Here we are again tonight. So, got a 3rd and 10 officially, actually, back at the 25. So, he did lose about a yard and a half or so there, I guess. Play clock, 3, 2, 1, they get it off. Ben looking throw, going to go deep near side and incomplete, intended for Deontay Johnson. And their slow start, they'll go with a quick 3-and-out to begin the game here tonight. And now Presley Harvin on to punt, so we'll get to see Mahomes and the Chief offense now. But at least there wasn't a turnover there. I mean, that's sigh of relief for now at least. But Harvin on the punt. Good punt. Be fielded at the 21. And Mecole Hardman breaks a tackle, gets out to the 35, and then brought down at the 41. So a 20-yard return on the punt. Jesus Christ. Here comes Patrick Mahomes. But, defense going to have to get off the field. Can't just allow 15 to drive and make it look easy on you. T.J. Watt's going to have to bring some pressure. He got the sack record last week, but they screwed him on it. When these two teams met last month, he was held hostage, basically. They did a good job keeping him away from Mahomes. So, same thing happens. Somebody else is still going to step up on defense. So, from the 42 officially, they'll hand off. That's Jerick McKinnon, number 1, who, along with Williams, will be your go-to running backs tonight with, once again, Clyde Edwards-Helaire out with an injury. But what a medium-sized game there up the middle for Kansas City. Got a 2nd down and 4 after a 6-yard gain. So all Pittsburgh could do was 2 and then back a few, and then nice tackle by Cam Sutton there before the incompletion of the punt. Kansas City going to have a 3rd and about 7 here. They run a bubble screen near side, and Cam Sutton all over it and makes a stop. He stepped up a lot last week because he, over the past month or so, sort of disappeared and, really wasn't doing a lot. So at least he stepped up there. They got a 3rd and 8 back of the 44. Pass batted down. Trey Norwood. It's incomplete, and just as the Steelers went 3-and-out, so the Chiefs, and here comes the punt unit, and Steelers getting the ball back. All right. As the pass was intended for Travis Kelce. Few Steelers not necessarily unexpected, but making some early stops, and now Ray McLeod's back deep to receive the punt. You blocked a few punts on the road this year. Why not again in the playoffs here tonight? And from the 15 on the return, and he gets about 6 yards there. So be 1st and 10. Pittsburgh 0-0. Almost 4 minutes or so in. Both teams go 3 and out to begin tonight's game. But once again, thanks for tuning in and listening. Be sure to like, follow, and subscribe. I can continue around the football. Stick to your game plan. Still early. Still a lot of football left. Just no turnovers. Nothing stupid. Once again, like I said earlier, we've seen I don't know how many, especially penalties, but a few turnovers that have hurt their teams this weekend already in the playoffs, and the other teams have capitalized off of it. You just can't shoot yourself in the foot. It's unacceptable, especially for Pittsburgh. They like to dig themselves a grave, and until they find a way to get out of it, they're stuck. 3 turnovers against the Chiefs right after Christmas for 17 points. Once again, they don't have that, and everything else goes the way it did. And you don't miss that field goal. It's 19-13 late rather than, what it was with you getting blown out by 26. It was 30-0 at one point. That's how bad it was. And then, of course, they won the 4th quarter, but, it's a 6-minute game. And all anybody ever remembers, at the end anyways, whether you won or lost, and they lost that. But even Kansas City then, in some of their big wins this year, especially the past few weeks, like they arguably haven't looked that great, Like they kept it with Cincy before they found a way to come back and win. And then they sort of almost barely once again beat the Broncos for the 2nd time this year, who didn't even make the playoffs. So I get, that was then, this is now, it's one game at a time, it's one thing at a time. So we'll see what Pittsburgh can do here. We'll see how much Juju's going to get worked into the offense here tonight. Because who knows, this might be his last game as a Steeler too, because remember last year he signed a 1-year deal to come back. So he's going to be a free agent after this year, unless he, re-sign an extension. But, got to run the football first off. Starts up front. So they'll motion into an empty set, 5 wide. 1st and 10 from the 23-yard line officially now to begin this drive. So, not necessarily great starting field position, but, average. That pass almost picked off. It's incomplete. It looked like it was intended for Zach Gentry, 81. Yep. Actually, no, it was to Derek Watt, 44. And then Rader was in there as well. Yeah, so they were, as Ben took a little bit of a shot there at the end. I'm surprised they didn't throw a penalty on that. But, yeah. They're working the hogs early. And they motion under center into the gun once again. 2nd and 10, they'll run a halfback draw, Najee Harris. And he'll get 2 yards at 25, so back 3rd down and long from the 25-yard line for the 2nd straight drive to begin the game here. Just, can you at least move the ball downfield a little bit? Can you at least, show some signs that you're, at least trying, I guess? Work the sticks. Keep it simple. Go to your damn tight ends. You got all day on the play clock. 3rd down and 8. So he's going to get set here. And Ben near side, incomplete. Fryermuth ran the wrong route. Incomplete, 4th down and 8, and they'll punt again. Jesus Christ.
So a couple of 3 and outs. And Kansas City to get the ball together.
So Chris Jones is
So another 3 and out. Very slow start for both these teams. So who's going to take advantage of that? That's the big question right now. Who's going to get that momentum on their side and roll with it? Harvin's punt. Going to bounce the 25, be filled at the 19. Hardman on the return, and they're right there to bring them down. So Kansas City going to have 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line. And they'll take another TV timeout here at the commercial break, so we'll get back to the action momentarily. But, once again, thanks for tuning in and listening. Be sure to like, follow, subscribe on social media. Links in the description below. Coming up at halftime, as always, and at some point in time later on tonight as well, especially if the Steelers lose. We're going to recap the 2021 season. First ever 18-week, 17-game regular season in NFL history. To this point, because every game, minus 2 blowout losses on the road, whether won, lost, or tied, been decided by 12 points or less, with now 11 of them being one-score games. So expect another barn burner here tonight. So we'll see what happens. But then we'll take a look potentially at the future as well if it comes down to it. But we'll try to once again hold off on that for another week if we possibly can. As I've been trying to hold off on that for a few weeks now, but hey, they're still standing. It's really all that matters. That they're in it. Anything can happen. That's why upsets are upsets. And they've done this before. They've been in this situation before. And they've had a lot of success in doing just that. So, we'll see. When we get there. Just a matter of if, because we will, it's a matter of when. But, halftime, first set sets and scores. We'll recap wildcard weekend here. The Raiders, Patriots, Eagles, and Cowboys have all been eliminated. So the AFC for the division round after tonight's game is going to be set. After tomorrow night's Monday Night NFC playoff game, they'll also be set for next week. But just slow start here once again. What's new? There's not much else to be said about it. There's not. It's just very frustrating. But I guess they just once again keeping us on the edge of our seat, and whether that means digging themselves a hole and find a way to get out of it, then so be it. But 1st and 10, they'll fake the run and then the end around, and they run a screen to McKinnon near side, and Jerick McKinnon gets to the 40-yard line on a 20-yard completion. So they'll move the sticks 1st and 10. Man, Jesus Christ. Yeah, keep them off balance. Good block right there. And then Edmonds and Spillane make the tackle. Yeah, 1st and 10 from the 40 now. Hardman in motion. And they'll run Jerick McKinnon at running back. He's a scat back. He can do it all for you if need be. And he sort of already has. We haven't seen Williams yet by any means, Darrell Williams. But, with no Clyde Edwards-Helaire, Jerick McKinnon getting the heavy workload here early with running and catching the ball in the backfield. So, 2nd and 6 after a 4-yard gain. Back to the 44. And the drive, remember, stalled for them. Highsmith off the edge. They almost get to Mahomes. They force the incompletion. A little underthrown. Intended for Kelsey again, so it's incomplete. 3rd down and 6. There's the Steeler defense now. Yeah, they're going to have somebody step up in the middle. Whether that's Devin Bush, Schobert, Highsmith, Spillane, really, it doesn't matter. Just somebody alongside TJ Watt coming off the edge. Step the hell up and make some plays tonight. Especially Devin Bush. There's been an empty hole in the defense all year, even though he's there. 3rd and 6, Mahomes pass complete to Byron Pringle, but then Minka Fitzpatrick right there to bring him down. 4th and short, and Kansas City's on a punt. This is going to be a low-scoring defensive showdown, looks like. Well, Mahomes wants to go for it. No, you punt. What the fuck? No, Andy Reid knows better. You punt. You play field position. Until you get synced up, till you get settled down and in for both teams, this is how it's going to be. It's still way too early. You don't want to make a mistake and then have that potentially be the difference maker, determine the outcome of this game later on. I get it's 4th and 1, but still, no, you don't go for it. So the Chiefs punt once again, fair catch, signal for the 18 by the Steelers. So 1st and 10 from there. And almost midway through this opening quarter, we got a penalty, the first of that. And once again, we're going to take another damn commercial break. Jesus Christ, how many of these are they going to run tonight? My God. Not even 15 minutes in, and yeah, we've had 15 minutes of real time. Half a quarter. 4 punts and as many commercial breaks. What defense is going to bend doesn't break? Who's going to execute on a big player here or there? Maybe a defensive turnover into a touchdown. Special teams as well. Remember special teams tonight. Pittsburgh, on the road, yeah, no about it. They haven't played well. They've only won 3 times on the road this year. They beat Buffalo, they beat Cleveland, and they beat Baltimore. And plus they already lost to Kansas City, But that, once again, that was then, this is now. Few things go their way that didn't. It's a whole different ball game. No turnover. It starts there. Can't turn the ball over. They turn the ball over, they're in for it. They're done for. They're going to be moving on next year, and Ben's going to retire. But just, at least they're here. Half the league's not, along with the 2 that lost yesterday and the 2 that lost earlier today now. So after the doubleheader, this is the nightcap of the tripleheader tonight. But still just got to find a way. If they can especially put it all together, it's going to take a team effort. It's going to be a big team win if they can, not necessarily pull off the upset, but just find a way to win, which it would be an upset in a lot of people's eyes then at that point, especially coming from the outside looking in. But, once again, that's why the game is being played. So, yeah, we'll get back to the action here shortly. Another commercial break. Seen way too damn many of those already here tonight. But just find a way. And it starts up front. You got to be able to run the football. And work Najee into the screen game, too. Work 22 into the screen game. Take your deep shot every once in a while. Just keep it simple, though. Get your tight ends over the middle. They tried to go to Freiermuth on the 3rd and 8, and you're in the wrong route. 1st and 10 from the 18, and they'll run Benny Snell, and he'll get 5 yards to the 23-yard line. Or actually, that's 29, not 24. 29, Kalen Balaj. So it'll be 2nd down and medium here. Keep it simple. Run to pass, pass to run. Let's go. So 2nd and 5 officially from the 23. Hopefully Najee's okay. But it's a good thing they're working a 2-headed monster in the backfield. at least early. That's complete to Fryermuth. And Steeler Nation travels well. You can hear Muth from the crowd. And he gets about 2.5, 3 yards on that catch. It'll be 3rd and short for the Steelers.
Very rare that you see a rookie that is the go-to guy.
Yeah. He's reliable, though. That's why. You throw him, he's going to catch it 9 times out of 10. So 3rd and 2. Work the sticks. Work the sticks. You don't need anything deep. You need 3 yards. Ben looking to throw, and they get to him on the sack. Jesus Christ. Can't even block for him now. So they'll punt once again for the 3rd straight time to begin the game here tonight, and we're not even 8 minutes in. So far, it's been like this all year. Where the hell have you been, Chris Collinsworth? And you've called a few Steelers Sunday night games as well, I might add. So, like, Jesus Christ. Yeah, off-season, the free agency and the draft, they're going to have to really fix the O-line. Mecole Hardman on the punt return out past midfield, inside the 30, 25, down to the 20. There's a special teams play for you right there, folks. Now, if Kansas City can't capitalize off of that, well, I mean, hell, they're already in field goal range, but, you know, credit the Steeler defense. Still, man, come on. 3rd time's a charm for him. And no penalties. Jesus Christ. So 1st and 10 from the 22 for the Chiefs, and it's picked off by the Steeler defense. Arthur Millette, 35. Or that's Devin Bush, 55. Devin Bush finally shows the hell up. I haven't seen him since he blew his knee out 1.5 years ago. They tip it, it's batted up in the air, and he's right there to pick it off. So 1 play on the rollout, they try to hit the home run, and the Steelers capitalize off the interception. Devin Bush. Yeah, TJ Watt off the deflection, and Bush is right there to make the pick, and then about a few-yard return. So it looked like it was intended for Demarcus Robinson. Not looking good for Kansas City right now. You got to capitalize off this turnover now. They capitalized off of 3 turnovers yours for 17 points last time you guys met. You got to capitalize off of this now. Get a good drive going, work some clock, and score. From the 30, 1st and 10, Ben pump fakes, comes back around, complete over the middle, and that is number 18, Deontay Johnson. So a 4-yard gain, 2nd down and medium. Big play by the defense. Said earlier, defense, if they're going to win tonight, defense going to win the game. And talk about turnovers as well. You turn the ball over, you're going to lose. Even with those big... decent returns, that big return there. 1 play later, they turn it over, though. But you got to capitalize off this now. 2nd and 6 from 34. Ben, quick pass near side, is caught. And Juju Smith-Schuster going to dive for the 1st down. They'll give him it. 1st down Steelers. They'll move the sticks for the 1st time tonight. And he's back. His first catch since the Bronco game mid-October because he's had an injury. He's been out. It was a season-ending injury. Got surgery. He's done for the year. Got healthy enough, though. And they cleared him this past week, and he practiced, and he's playing tonight, and there's a catch for him. Let's go. You got to capitalize off this. Let's go. Run the football now. You got a new set of downs. Run Najee. Rock the Naj. Let's go. Juju in motion. And they will run the football. And Najee for a few up the middle. He's 2nd down about 8. Yes. They had to, but then James Conner went to Arizona and ran for I don't know how many touchdowns this past year. Like, it just didn't make any sense at all. They need a number 2 behind him, though, because, along with whoever's going to be the starter and backup quarterbacks next year, if something happened, well, at least you want to be in a good position to at least be ready. Because you look around the league, it's by committee. Slant over the middle, incomplete, intended for DJ. 3rd and 8. The Steelers have really one running back, and that's Najee Harris. Nobody else. And that's what, whenever he went down with that injury last week, Benny Snell couldn't run it. Hell, he couldn't even make a special teams tackle on that punt return. That's why Kalen Balaj is in as the number 2 back here tonight. It's all right. Settle down. Let's go. You got to capitalize off of this, though. You can't punt. You cannot punt off the interception. 3rd down and 8 for the Steelers from the 43. And Ben out. Well, I got a late whistle. They'll blow it dead. Got a penalty. False start. Yep. Come on, Deontay Johnson. Just stupid. I don't know how the hell you do this to yourself again. You shoot yourselves in the foot. Obviously, like you let go on the damn doctor and get a damn prosthetic put on every once in a while, because that's all you do. 3rd and 13 after the penalty. And once again out of the gun, Ben. It'll be a little high, a little too far, incomplete, intended for Juju. And they can't capitalize off the interception. So here we go again, another punt. Offense can't move the ball, more than 15 yards. And the defense is going to have to do everything for them. My God. At least they haven't turned it over themselves, to give Kansas City a reason to actually do something. Harvin on the punt. And it'll bounce inside the 20. Better down that well. Did Kansas City touch it? No. Yeah, they'll down 10 Chiefs with 3:58 to play in the quarter. We're still tied at 0. 4 punts by the Steelers, 2 punts by the Chiefs, and then an interception, but that 4th punt was off of the interception because they couldn't capitalize off of it. So here we are. We'll move on. Nothing's going on right now. Very slow start for all of us here tonight. Shaking my damn head. That's how frustrating it is. You want to do something, come on now. They like playing from behind. They like playing catch up. They're not Heinz Field tonight, but they like playing catch up. They do. It's just they once again rely on the defense way too damn much. TJ Watt with the play, and then Devin Bush is just right there to make the interception. At least he actually made a play for once. He hasn't been effective since he got hurt last year. Because he hasn't done a damn thing at all this year. He hasn't. He's been there on defense in the middle, but he's invisible. He's not there. And then, you turn it back over to the offense, and they can't do anything with it. It's just...
Public speaking? Commitment?
And then, guess what? Once they do officially get a good drive going, they're going to have to settle for 3. They're not going to be able to punch it in. I can already see that. And then it's going to come back down to, well, you can't settle for 3. Eventually, you're going to have to punch it in for 6. You're going to have to score touchdowns. You need 7. So, defense going to have to get some more pressure on Mahomes here now. Force some pressure into mistakes. Turnover or 2 again. You got to capitalize. So,
I got more to do, so should be fun.
man, just once again, there's not really much else to be said about it. There's not. Gotta just find a way. I don't care what it's going to take. Just find a way to get this win. And then you're on to Nashville next week if you do win. But if you lose, you're done. Chiefs host the Bills. Okay, they'll actually have next week's schedule before this game's over tonight now, too. All right. Wasn't expecting that by any means. 1st and 10, Chiefs from the 20. And Mahomes pass complete, but Joe Hayden right there to make the tackle on DeMarcus Robinson. And after about a 5-yard gain, be second and medium. Yeah, so next week, once again, if the Steelers win, they go to Tennessee. If Chiefs win, of course, Steelers are eliminated. It'll be Ben's last game here tonight then. They'll host the Bills. NFC, still got a wildcard game tomorrow night with the Cardinals and Rams. However, we'll have a doubleheader next Saturday and Sunday for the divisional round. Same times from yesterday, next Saturday, and the next Sunday at 3, and then we'll after 6 o'clock. They hand off to Williams. DW gets a few yards up the middle, be 3rd and short.
Defense in the National Football League this year. 4 times this season they've given up over 200 yards rushing, and yet you don't want to take the ball out of Patrick.
3rd and 1 officially for the Chiefs, under 3 to play in this opening quarter. We're still knotted up at 0. 4 punts, 2 punts, and interception, and here the Chiefs are on the 4th drive. Hardman in motion, they'll fake the run and then a quick pass, and unlike TJ Watt to bat it down and then have it intercepted by Devin Bush off the deflection like last time, they hit Hardman, who is in motion, and they get a first down. Keep them off balance. That's all they have to do. They'll run again. That's a hold. That is a hold. Hand off to Jerick McKinnon. That's a hold up front on Alex Highsmith. Come on now. Throw the damn penalty. It's a flag. Throw it. If not, don't let him play. Jesus Christ. And with holding, it happens on every play, but just hopefully these refs don't try to control this game, because they've tried to already control a few playoff games this weekend. They've had way too many turnovers and penalties since yesterday. Empty set, 2nd and 6. Wormley almost to him. Mahomes still running around. Then Highsmith forces the incomplete throw. That's intentional grounding. There wasn't anybody there. You're going to say intentional grounding on, a pass 20 yards deep, when that pass right there is intentional grounding, because pass wasn't won. Back to the line of scrimmage, there's nobody in the area. How's that not a penalty? How is that not intentional grounding? And loss of down, it'll still be 3rd down, unfortunately. It'll still be 3rd and 6, or 3rd and longer than that, even though it should be 4th down with the loss of down. Now we got a late whistle. We're going to have a false start up front, it looks like. So it will be 3rd and 11. All right. False start. So a few of those by both offensive lines here in this first quarter. 5 yards over, replay down, it'll be 3rd and 11 for the Chiefs.
Now that was the ultimate hard count right there. Trey Smith's been a very good player this season, but that time Patrick Mahomes got him instead of getting Pittsburgh. But it really sets up now for their top pass rushers to just go after Patrick.
From the 32, 3rd down and 11. Mahomes in the gun with Williams to his left. Kelsey's by him, lonesome, bottom of your screen. Mahomes going to step up, pass, caught, 1st down to Robinson. And it'll be 1st and 10, Chiefs at the 47-yard line. They'll move the sticks, 1st and 10. It's almost picked off. It's almost intercepted by the Steelers. And then Hayden was right behind him. From the 47, first and 10 for the Kansas City Chiefs. Pringle in motion. Mahomes pass intended for
Intended there for one of the tight ends, Noah Gray. Still haven't seen Kelsey. As you see, Eric, the enemy.
83 Gray. It fell incomplete.
Nothing's happened so far, but we'll be getting another look see from a couple of teams in the next week.
So, what, third down? No, second down. Second and 10.
Second down and 10.
Mahomes pump fakes. They take him down from behind. Shoelace tackle. And the former Wolverine, former Dallas Cowboy, first round pick a few years back. Let's eat some Taco Bell tonight in the snow. Taco Charlton on the sack. Well, they give him a yard, so just the tackle. It'll be third down and 9. This will be the final play of the quarter. From the 48, third down and 9 for the Chiefs. And he's going to roll out, throw across his body, back near side, incomplete. Trey Norwood on the coverage, good no call. And Kansas City on to punt again. Trey Norwood, along with Devin Bush, stepping up here tonight for the Steeler defense. You never want to throw across your body. That should have been picked off. Mahomes is trying to do too much right now. Chiefs on to punt. So fair catch signal for at the 18. And that does it for the opening quarter as we hit triple zeros. So at the end of the first quarter, as they'll flip ends, we got a 0-0 tie ball game with the Steelers and Chiefs to wrap up this Sunday wild card afternoon. Now into Sunday Night Football. Still got Monday Night Football tomorrow night, but Mahomes is 6 of 12, 45 yards passing. Has the interception. Probably should have 2. Steelers can't capitalize off of those. It doesn't mean anything. McKinnon has 3 carries, 14 yards rushing. Big Ben, 3 of 8 for 14 yards passing. And then Najee Harris has 4 carries for 4 yards rushing. Kalen Ballage, 1 of 5. Very slow start for both these teams. We've had a combined 7 punts and an interception. 4 of those punts along the Steelers, the other 3 of the Chiefs, and the interception to Mahomes. So, until these teams get rolling, until they, actually want to do something here, we're just deadlocked. Not a lot going on right now. Just slow as molasses in the wintertime. And here we are. So, 0-0 at the end of 1. Steelers first and 10, though, with the ball at the 18-yard line once again, it looks like, after that punt. So, we'll see what Ben and the offense can do. And then we'll go from there. But, even with the interception, field position-wise, they've started around 20, 25-yard line all night so far. This is going to be their 5th drive, and nothing to show for it. So, until they get a running game going, until, Ben makes some big throws, until at least they, move the ball downfield a little bit. Haven't gone to Claypool yet by any means. But, yeah, Ben's going to make some plays, run it with Najee, dish it out to him out of the backfield in the screen game. Juju's back. Use him. Whether he's going to be as a decoy or not, use him. Okay? Gunnar Johnson, Chase Claypool, even J-Dub and Ray Ray need to step up too. especially in the return game. But your tight ends, Pat Fryermuth and Zach Gentry. Be 1st and 10 officially for the Steelers at the 19-yard line out of the gun to begin the second quarter. Tied at 0 at the Chiefs here tonight on NFL Sunday Night Football. This Super Wild Card playoff round. So a few yard run up the middle, second down.
But if either team won the first quarter, it's Pittsburgh.
I would say it's Pittsburgh that won the first quarter as well. It's still a 60-minute game, though. You know, I mean, you go back to when they lost the Chiefs, they won the fourth, you know, but they lost. They're now continuing that into this game. Can they put a full game together and have Kansas City right where they want them at and put them down? 2nd and 6 after another 4-yard gain. 3, 2, 1 on the play clock. They get off another run. Najee Harris. And he'll lower his shoulder and get about 1.5 yards. Maybe 2, 3. They gave him a good spot there. I'll take it. 3-yard gain, be 3rd and short. 3rd and 3 officially for the Steelers. Third and a long 2. When it's 3rd and 3, they don't know how to spot a football. Ben looking to throw. It's caught by Deontay Johnson. They get the first down at the 31-yard line. Move the sticks, 1st and 10, Pittsburgh. You got to go. You got to capitalize off of this now. One thing at a time. Domino effect. Take care of business. Move downfield. You'll be all right. Run to pass, pass to run. Let's go. You know, simple double crosser over the middle. And pass a little high, but DJ able to make the catch and get a first down. So 1st and 10 from the 31. Fryermuth in motion near side. January in the audible, maybe a little bit of a early head start for him. Some movement up front. They hand off. And Najee gets about 4 or 5 yards on that run. Be 2nd and medium. So they always got to talk about the wide receivers catching tennis balls pregame. Like, do they not have anything else to report on? I swear to God, they report on the same shit every single week. And I know I repeat myself too, but I mean, man, come on. 2nd down and 6 after another 4-yard gain. 4 yards in a cloud of dust, you know, chunk yards. Eventually he'll break one off. Najee another run up the middle. Be 3rd and 2 again for Pittsburgh. At least they're putting themselves in a good position, you know, for 3rd and manageable, 3rd and short, you know, rather than 3rd and, 7, 8, 9, you need a few yards now for a first down. Move the sticks. Keep it moving. How you doing? 3rd down and short for the Steelers. Maybe a play action to your tight end. Out of the gun, 3rd and 2. Ben going to go deep near side. And, well, Deontay Johnson wasn't even looking for the football. Incomplete. And, Jesus Christ, I'm going to have to punt again. 5 punts for the Steelers offense tonight. 4th and 2, and you throw a ball 20 yards downfield and need 3 yards for first down. And the drive stalls again. Jesus Christ. If you would have waited, you would have had Juju coming over the middle wide open and gets a first down. Oh my God, Ben, what the hell are you doing? Just miscommunication. They need to get synced up. Harvin on the punt again. And his blue suede shoes will get the ball out of bounds at the 14-yard line. So 5 Presley Harvin punts. 0 points for the Steelers, 0 points for the Chiefs as well. Off of 3 points. Interception, they'll get it back. 1st and 10 from the 14 when we return. Very, very slow. This is just, it's going to be a second half game. You know, so third quarter can't really come soon enough at this point. You know, we'll near halftime shortly. Both teams, of course, still 3 timeouts remaining. Plus 2 in the warning. But, you know, just think. Kansas City does something here before halftime. They're also going to get the ball to begin the second half. So, especially playing at home, you know, it's a hostile environment, the playoffs, you know, crowds as loud as it already is. So, and, you know, you can't do much as it is. You know, what makes you think then you're actually going to do something? So, I mean, it's just frustrating. Until they get going, you know, they're just sitting there waiting for the race to start. You know, they're still pre-gaming. They're just, I don't know. As Ben's 4-10, 19 yards passing. At least Najee has 8 carries, 19 yards rushing now. They're able to run the ball a little bit better on that drive. You got to continue it, though, you know? Like, 3rd and 2 and you're on a 20-yard deep shot. Like, run the damn ball again or throw something short for first down. Like, he was right there for first down, catch and run as well. Like, just stupid mistakes. You know, they're not synced up. They need to get on the same base with one another. You know, too much miscommunication right now for the Pittsburgh offense. Once again, they're relying on the defense way too damn much. Defense keeping a minute, but you know, you would think here before too long the Chiefs are eventually going to get rolling, as I would hope the Steelers would too. But you know, we'll see. 60-minute game, so. I mean, other than that, there's not much else to be said, so I'll shut up. But, you know, to be 1st and 10 Kansas City from the 14-yard line. We're still tied at 0. First and 10 Chiefs. And they'll hand off. That's a face mask on TJ Watt. But that's a hold up front. You got a few penalty flags. We'll see what they call. The one from the sideline official, he threw it late, I think just to throw it. Just to say there was a penalty on the play. But yeah, but Derek Gore on a few-yard run. I mean, you have offsetting penalties. Personal foul, face mask, come on. There was a hold right on that play too. But he did reach his arm out and grab him by the face mask. Accidentally, of course. Didn't mean to, but still. You got to call it down the middle. You got to call it both ways. How's that not a hold for one? And then he tries to make the tackle. No wonder he grabbed the face mask. That's an offsetting penalty. That's a replay of the down, and it's, you know, 1st and 10 for the Chiefs still at the 14. But no, they got a 1st and 10 at the 31. Now they're on a Wildcat, and then a fumbled snap. Another fumble. TJ Watt picks it up, and he's running it back into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Was he down, though? That's the big question. I don't know. Touchdown, Steelers. Defensive touchdown. They get on the board early. 6-0, pending the upcoming extra point. 10:41 to play in the first half. Yeah, Wildcat. They fumbled the snap. Williams got it, but then he fumbled it again, and Watt's right there to pick it up, broke a tackle, and ran it 20 yards back into the end zone for a touchdown. Fumble, and then he got hit. Ball's out. That's clean. Watt picks it up, runs it in. Touchdown, Steelers. T.J. Watt making play after play after play. 6-0 Pittsburgh. Turnovers. Interception. They couldn't capitalize off of. They returned the fumble, though, for a touchdown. Boswell's extra point up and good. 7-0 Pittsburgh. 10:41 to play in the first half. Mistake after mistake after mistake for the Chiefs here early. Defense making plays. Defense winning the game right now. Turnovers. They rely on the defense too much, but they get them 2 turnovers. They score off of that. So, yeah, 7-0. 7-0 Pittsburgh. And they'll be right back out there. So you got to get back off the field. Get the offense a reason to actually do something. Now you have a lead. you have the momentum on your side. Not everything's gone your way because you've punted 5 times, but you have more shit going your way than the Chiefs do. They arguably don't have a damn thing going their way other than a few good returns, but then the turnovers are holding them back. So Watt makes up for his face mask, but what was he supposed to do on that? He was being held, you know? So he still tried to make the tackle, face mask. A play later, they tried to run a trick play, and it cost them. And it's fumbled twice, and they pick it up and run it back for 6. So touchdown Steelers, 7-0 your score. We'll see what happens here when we come back, but defense really stepping up. I said at the start, turnovers, turn the ball over, we're going to lose this game, and the Steeler defense, they're going to win them this game if it comes down to it, because they rely on them too much. Keep them in it. Offense still not clicking, but a defense touchdown for the Steelers. They're up 7-0. You got to keep at it, though. Got to keep throwing the punches. Mahomes, in my opinion, is trying to do too much. But he wasn't even in on that play to begin with. At least, in the gun. They ran a Wildcat. And 2 fumbles on 1 play, and it cost them. Steelers do capitalize. So, 7 points for them. Remember, 3 Steeler turnovers to 17 Chief points last time these two teams met. 2 Chief turnovers tonight, 7 Steeler points. Probably should be 10, if not 14, but they still can't do a damn thing on offense right now. They can't move the ball more than 15 yards. But with a lead on the road, we'll see if they can run the football when they need to. Najee Harris, of course, he's been over 1,000 all-purpose yards this year for a while now. And he just eclipsed over 1,000 rushing yards a few weeks back. So, at least that last drive on offense before the fumble, they, were able to run the football a little bit better there, I thought. So they're going to show the replay. Yeah. Hardman lined up at quarterback. They fumble it to Williams. He fumbles it again on the hit from Cameron Hayward, and then TJ Watt's right there to pick it up, and he runs it in. Yeah, stiff arm to Kelsey, and as he sits his ass down, he runs in the end zone for a touchdown. 7-0. So 1st and 10, Chiefs now from the 24. Fake the give. Mahomes going to go deep down the middle, has a man, and Tyreek Hill, who is active tonight, he is playing. Big catch and run to him right there. Of course, with the Achilles injury, he's playing. But 1st and 10, they move the sticks. 10.5 to play in the first half. They'll have it out past the 40, 1st and 10. Can you man the hell up for once, please? If he's going to beat you, let him beat you one-on-one rather than, pick you apart in a damn zone. But if you can get pressure on him, just force mistakes. That's going to be dumped off to Tyreek Hill. He bobbles it on the catch, but brings it in and gets a few yards and gets out of bounds. So, 2nd and 7 probably here. They trail by 7 now. 7-0 Steelers.
Only a handful of snaps in the game in Denver, but on the season, 111 catches. Was 3rd in the league. Only Cooper Kupp and Adams and Green Bay had more. 2nd down and 8.
They run a screen to Jerick McKinnon, and he's going to get a big 1st down. Nice spin move, and then Cam Hayward to make the tackle there out of bounds. All right. At least the Steeler defense, once again, is making plays. They're making stops. They're giving up some yardage now, but TJ Watt coming back out. Been on the sideline the whole entire drive. After that scoop and score for a touchdown. You got to keep it up there. You got to keep it at them. You know, don't bow down to them just yet. Got some movement up front. We'll have a false start on the Chiefs. It'll be 1st and 15.
False start. Offense, number 81. 5-yard penalty. First down. Lake Bell tight end. Go to Michelle.
Well, Travis Kelce told me during the Chiefs' rough start to the season, Patrick Mahomes never lost confidence, though the offense did get a little frustrated. He said, we had to keep evolving. Defenses are aware of how we like to find success. We have to work nonstop to find ways to get open on the same plays, and that's been the biggest challenge, being able to...
So 1st and 15 from the 45. Empty set. And Mahomes going to tuck it and run. And he'll get the first down and run about on the 22-yard line. Jeez. So everyone goes. They bring, 3 on the pressure? And, yeah, green grass in front of him, so he ran, and why not? Anybody would do that. And he got a big first down pickup there, so they're in field goal range again. But remember, last time they were right here, he threw that interception. They'll hand off McKinnon, and then Watt and Hayward off the edge, bring them down the backfield for a tackle for loss. Be 2nd and long for the Chief offense.
So, okay, I give him credit on the other side. Hayward with that lightning quickness of his, and they meet in the backfield. So the 2 superstars showing up tonight big for Pittsburgh.
Major.
2nd and 12 from the 24. Mahomes over the middle, caught by Kelce, and then Sutton makes the tackle inside the 10. They'll have 1st and goal. Knock on the door, looking to tie the game up. And remember, the Steeler touchdowns off of a defensive fumble, return for a touchdown. They haven't done a damn thing on offense. Here's the Chief offense driving downfield.
From the tight end position, it's unfair for a safety or a linebacker, but even a quarterback having a tough time staying with him.
Chiefs have gone 67 yards in 6 plays.
So 1st and goal from the 9. Mahomes rolls out, dumps it off to Jerick McKinnon once again, and he'll be brought down around the 5-yard line. He's tackled by Hayden and Robert Spillane, and the 2nd goal from there.
Patrick Mahomes, without the lessons of this season, makes that throw. You know, you're so used to seeing him kind of scramble around out there, maybe go back the other way. No, this new version of Patrick Mahomes is, let me just take this and let one of my good athletes go make a play. And this is where the Kansas City Chiefs are amazing down here.
2nd and goal officially from the 4.
Down in the goal line area.
Hardman in motion. They'll pump fake to him. Underhand throw to McKinnon over the middle, and he walks in the end zone, touchdown. And they're an extra point away from tying this game up now at 7. So, ball's in your court, Steeler offense. I mean, come on now. Defense gets a turnover, you get a touchdown, and then they, allow them to drive the length of the field, and now an extra point away from a tie ball game. I mean, a good play call. They pump fake it, and then, just underhand throw. Like, who, other than a shuffle pass, which some quarterbacks use, who throws an underhand other than what we just saw, It's legal, it works, and it did, and McKinnon walks in the end zone, touchdown, Kansas City. Extra point by Harrison Bucker, up and good. Actually, okay. Yeah, it's up and good. 7-7. It took a hard bounce off the netting behind. It looked like it doinked off the right upright when it came back down for a second. But kicks up and good, 7 apiece, with 5:45 to play in the half. So Steelers get the ball back here on offense. 5 punts though on offense for them already. I mean, 3 timeouts, 2-minute warning. You're going to want to try to at least get a few points if you can. I mean, hell, because you haven't even been able to get in Boswell field goal range yet. You know, get a few points here before halftime, please, because who knows what Kansas City is going to do if they get the ball back just prior to halftime, and then they're also going to get the ball back to begin the second half. So, you know, tied at 7 now. I mean, back to an even playing surface as we were tied at 0. But, man, just your defense gets, you know, they're bending. They're not breaking just yet. You know, the 2 turnovers, the 1 for the touchdown. But then the defense just allows that big touchdown drive. When your offense can't do a damn thing. So, like, you're not necessarily in trouble, but you're towards the brink of it. You know, like, until you get rolling. I mean, it took them, the Chief offense, this long to get rolling. So, I mean, maybe just it's going to take you a little longer. I mean, that's definitely how it's going to go because, I mean, of course, you haven't done jack shit yet. But still, like, sometimes it takes a while. You know, like, I mean, it is what it is. Everything happens for a reason. We'll see how it plays out. But they, of course, no doubt about it, are going to have to do something on offense. And once again, it starts up front and get able to run the football. And if they can or can't, well, we'll see, and then we'll go from there. But at least get a few points before halftime if you can. And if not, well, defense can get another stop for you. And then early second half as well, because once again, the Chiefs are going to get the ball to begin the second half. So, you know, unless they can put this game out of reach by any means, but they could get on, you know, top of the early third quarter lead. You know, you're playing at home, home field advantage, crowds into it. You know, it's win or go home anyway. It's the playoffs. You know, who knows how this game's going to play out from here, but don't do what the Raiders did. Oh my God. They pick it up. Decent return out of the 25. All right. That could have been bad. As it was kicked into the corner and then almost went out of bounds and almost went in the end zone, of course, for a touchback. But, man, those are some old highlights for Ben right there. Shit. They really dug deep for that one, didn't they? And we'll get more into Ben later on once again as we have the past few weeks. But yeah, that could have been a bad thing for them to happen right there. But they're back to first 10 to 25. You know, average starting field position here. Take a deep shot. Ben, 10 for Claypool, incomplete out past midfield. 2nd and 10. And there's a beach ball that just came onto the field, but all right, yeah, good no call. Claypool had it and dropped it with the coverage, but at least they're at the 25 and not the 2, or it could have been at the 40 though if it would have rolled out of bounds because it would have been a penalty. But at least they didn't allow that to happen to them like the Raiders did yesterday. Because we all know what happened after that. Wasn't much, but they capitalized with points. Najee Harris on the run. All right, they got another 3rd and short, 3rd and 2 on an 8-yard run. Keep running it. Keep running it. As they're talking about Ben, we are seeing pump fakes by Ben once again, Collinsworth. Obviously, you don't, even with calling Steeler games, you don't see enough of them or you don't watch enough tape. Or believe me, Ben pump fakes. That pass almost intercepted. Jesus Christ. Catch it before you decide to run with it. And Deontay Johnson back to being brick hands. My God, another drop, incomplete, and a 6th punt for the offense. And now the Chiefs are going to get the ball back. They can't even take a minute off the clock. My God. Yeah, Hit him right in the hands and he dropped it, bobbled it, and it was almost picked up. Come on. Yeah, Harvin on the punt. Yeah, can't take a minute off the clock. Chiefs going to get it back. Fair catch is 25. They'll have 1st and 10. 4:38 and 3 timeouts with momentum because they're the last team to score to tie it up at 7. And, my God, Steelers. I don't care what the hell happens in the offseason at this rate, but Matt Canada, no, he doesn't need to be the offense coordinator. He needs to go. I mean, the players need to execute, though, because coach players play. But he still hasn't, like, he'll run the same screen or the same short quick pass for a few yards here or there on, whatever it is down in distance. All the damn time. I go back to, they had a 4th and, we'll say long. I know it was longer than 10. Forget who was against. It was first few months, September, October sometime. Might actually have been that Bronco game in which Juju went down. No, it was the Bengal game, late September. That's when it was. It was either Raider or Bengal game early September. They ran a screen on 4th and long, and he, went nowhere. Like, what the hell? Like, work the sticks. Like, do you not know what you're doing? Like, that you need this many yards for a 1st down. Like, you're not getting another down after it. And, like, some of the play calls have been just atrocious. It's like, what the hell are you doing? Like, a blind person could probably call a better game than him, honestly. Like, it's not a free-for-all. You can't do whatever the hell you want. You can if you have a running game. You can up playbook a little bit more, but this offense can't do a damn thing. And here we go. The defense is keeping them in it. And we're tied at 7.
Cincinnati goes to Tennessee. Bengals Titans next.
Yeah, they give us potential matchups. We've already been over that, so thanks, NBC. But, yeah.
And the Bengals take on the Bills. Right now 7-7 from the 26.
1st and 10 from the 26. Mahomes gets hit. You need pressure on Mahomes. Exactly. Pass low, incomplete. 2nd and 10. Yeah, TJ Watt's the lone MVP of the Steelers right now. Him and Presley Harvin tonight. Because at least they've switched fields on the punts. Both teams have started, 20, 25 yard line for the most part every single drive. Empty set 5 wide. Mahomes, pass here in the middle, complete to Kelsey. Or is it Kels? And then he breaks a tackle. Stiff arm. Hayden going to bring him down inside the 40. So, like, can you not tackle now? Like, my God.
When you bring a blitz in the middle of the field, it's going to create space for Kelsey, and then it's just a one-on-one little wiggle move. He takes his time.
Yeah, a couple missed tackles, nice big stiff arm by him, and catch and run on the yak, and 1st and 10, Chiefs now at the 43. And Mahomes going to hand off Jerick McKinnon. He hits the hole up the middle, and 15 yards for another 1st down. Minka on the tackle. Jesus Christ. 1st and 10, Kansas City. Yeah, and Ben knows exactly what's wrong with the defense now. Can't stop them. They can't do a damn thing on offense still. Like, they're not done for just yet, but they're starting to sizzle. From the 28, 1st and 10. And And they'll hand off once again. Jarek McKinnon breaking some more tackles. Tackle somebody. Jesus Christ. Alex Highsmith finally brings them down. TJ Watt's the MVP of the Steelers right now, and Jarek McKinnon's the MVP of the Chiefs. They're running them. They're throwing to them. Mahomes has settled down a little bit, even though he's still trying to do a little too much, it seems like still. But this Steeler defense now getting beat. It's like they can't even capitalize off of their own fumble recovery for a touchdown. It's like, okay, we're up 7. We can sit back. No, you got to keep fucking punching them in the mouth. Like, oh my God. About a 1 second differential between the game clock and play clock. Oh, a second down after a few yard pickup near side. Actually, no gain on the play, 2nd and 10. So this will take us to the 2-minute warning, it looks like. Be 2nd and 10 from the 15. They will have to snap it, they will. Pump fake, come back near side on tight end screen to Blake Bell. He's going to break a few tackles before Spillane finally brings them down. Jesus Christ. And yeah, that'll take us 2-minute warning. So 2 minutes to play. Kansas City going to have a 3rd down and medium. Tied at 7. Both teams have all 3 timeouts remaining here. I mean, defensively, they got to get a stop. They got to get the health of the field now. You got to force a kick. You can't allow them to score a touchdown now. You know, because early 3rd quarter, they score here, score then, you're down 2 scores. You're playing catch up the rest of the way. And with the offense not being able to do a damn thing, it's like they're just froze. They're literally standing there doing not a damn thing. You know, you force them to a kick. Okay, you're down by 3 then. They score 10 unanswered on you, 10-7. Field goal early 3rd quarter, touchdown. Okay, you're down, 6-10 points. Get to the game in the 4th quarter, They got to get the health of the field. They got to get stops. They got to make some tackles. It seems to me they forgot how to tackle now. It's like they have one thing good going there. It's 1 step forward, 2 steps back for them. And the offense isn't clicking. Once again, another slow start. And hell, who knows? They might not do a damn thing here tonight on offense. They might have to rely on Boswell. But hell, they can't even get in Boswell field goal range. So, defense and special teams, if, they're forcing punts or giving up touchdowns or points in general, whether it's field goal or touchdown, you need big returns. You need a spark. And you had that and you let it slip. Because they just drove on you, tied it up, and now they're driving on it again, looking to take the lead. I don't know what to say. I don't, other than what I just said. That's how frustrating it is. It's very frustrating. It's been frustrating as a Steeler fan this year. Another playoff appearance, another non-losing season, I might add. But, man, go back to the basics. Go back to the drawing board. Stick to your game plan, no doubt about it. You got to get something going on offense, though, man. Like, they cannot move the ball more than 10, 15, 20 yards. If that. So, man, just got to get us a stop here now on defense. Got to get the hell off the field. They're in field goal range. They got 3rd and 7. Force a kick. Call a timeout. Get the ball back under 2 and 2 timeouts. Drive and tie it up. Take the lead into halftime. Kennan in motion out of the backfield. Mahomes pump fakes near side. Back of the end zone. Caught touchdown to Byron Pringle. Jesus Christ. Got a penalty on the play, I guess. It's against the Steelers. Be half the distance if they go for 2, but they'll kick off from midfield if they put it on the kickoff. Yeah, personal foul, roughing the passer on the defense. On Highsmith? Yeah, it'll be enforced on the kickoff. Let's see a replay. Let's see if it was roughing the passer or not. Joe Hayden on the coverage, and, you know, they just got beat, and he hit him on the run and in the end zone, caught touchdown. The pump fake bit him, yeah. Was it a roughing the passer, though? I don't know. I didn't get a clear look at it because they didn't show an angle of it. I didn't see it in real time either, so extra points up and good. Somebody just threw something. I think it was a roll of toilet paper. Yeah. They get the hell off the field, but it's after they give up another touchdown, and now they trail by 7. It's 14-7. So they can't even force a kick. At least you got 3 timeouts and under 2 to play here. You got to do something on offense here before halftime to cut this lead or tie it up again. And remember, when they played at Kansas City the day after Christmas, they weren't going to the tight ends enough in the first half. But the last drive before the half, started to go to Frymouth. And then, of course, they ran the clock out. He had to catch it like midfield, and, you know, they didn't have another chance to heave it by any means. But you got time. You got about 1:50 and 3 timeouts. There's no reason why you can't drive and score a touchdown right now to tie this game up to go into halftime. And then this goes back. Yeah, it might have been a little bit of rough in the passer there. Okay. You know, they threw it. Is what it is. They'll kick off now from midfield. Unless they sky kick it, it's going to be a touchback. And you'll have a first 10 at 25 anyway. They'll have a return actually from the goal line. All right. And they get to the 15, so there's a 10-yard difference, so the penalty does help them. But, no, this is going to go back to, you know, what I just said about getting off the field, you know, force a kick because you go into halftime down 7, they score on you again early third quarter. Yeah, I'd rather be down only 7 rather than 10, but if you can force a kick early third quarter, not a touchdown, you're down 2 scores. I mean, and you can't do a damn thing now as it is. You're done for the most part. But they've been a second-half team. The game's not over until it's over. So, yeah, 1:51, first and 10 from the 14, and they got 3 timeouts, so don't tell me they can't get some points here on the board before halftime. Either cut this lead or tie it up. They fake it and then run a draw to Najee, and the handoff was very, very late because Ben noticed the pass wasn't going to be there after he decided to throw it, so he did. I mean, good thing Najee was still there. He was able to hand it off to him, but no gain on the play. You know, Ben would have just had to have fallen down and took the sack, but yeah, no. Just Jesus Christ. Come on, man. 2nd and 10 from the 14. Ben, a quick pass near side to Pat Frymuth, and he gets to the 19 for 5, so the 3rd and 5. So they got 3 timeouts, but Kansas City also 3 timeouts. And the clock stops because he got out of bounds. So that's going to help, you know, sort of both teams, more so than not Kansas City, if Pittsburgh can't get a first down now. Because they might call one, get the ball back 2 timeouts under a minute. You know, they might score again before halftime as it is, and then score again early third quarter. I mean, you're in the same hole you were against them the day after Christmas. Not because you turned the ball over tonight, but because of a slow start, you can't do jack shit on offense. And it's a field position game. And even with the defensive turnover that resulted in a touchdown for you to take a 7-0 lead, you've allowed them now to drive twice back-to-back and score on you 14. That's an interception. Actually, it's incomplete. Claypool slow to get up. I don't know about a penalty on that, maybe a little bit. Probably good no call. So they take a deep shot down the far sideline. I would have liked a penalty on that. It should have been a spot foul, but no flag. Same with the refs. You got caught down the middle. No, that's probably a good no call. Yeah, Claypool shaking up, holding his shoulder. But yeah, clock stops with the incompletion. The Chiefs still have 3 timeouts. Punt for the 7th time for the Steelers tonight. Hill on the return from the 28. Under a minute to play here. Boom. Nice big tackle there by Miles. Killebrew back at the 20. So, yeah, 20-25 yard line has been the starting point for both these teams on offense. But the Chiefs have been able to drive now back-to-back drives, and score 14 unanswered and take the 7-point lead. Don't tell me the Steelers can't do the same thing, because they can, but they can't. They're just... As an example, the Steelers are supposed to be a senior in high school right now, yet they're still in fucking kindergarten. That's how slow they are. That is how slow they are right now. They are so behind. 7 punts on 7 straight drives. Hell, the Bills scored 7 touchdowns on 7 straight drives last night and blew out the Patriots. Like, you had the momentum and you let it slip, and now they're taking advantage of their own mistake, and they're putting it to you. From the 20, 1st and 10. Yeah, 52 seconds and 3 timeouts. If they don't score, pump fake by Mahomes while he throws it on the ground, incomplete. All right, 2nd and 10. Yeah, if they don't score now, along with scoring early third quarter, I mean, yeah, we're still going to be as we are, but like for them, that'll be not that great because you would think they'd be scoring here. At least getting a few points, at least getting close to scoring points, at least. Second and 10 from the 20. And they run a screen to Jerick McKinnon. Jerick McKinnon, of all people, beating the Steeler defense here tonight. He gets 15 yards on that catch and run. Out of bounds, clock stops, 1st and 10, 41 seconds, and they still got 3 timeouts. I don't know what the offensive game plan is for the Steelers, but they got to fix it. Mahomes out of the gun, roll out near side, deep ball, it's caught. Robinson out of bounds, 1st and 10. They're in field goal range, 35 seconds, and already up 7. They still have 3 timeouts. My God. They just like digging themselves a grave. They like playing in a hole. Nowhere to go until they find a way out of it. Jesus Christ. Kelsey in motion. And from the 38, Mahomes going to go down on the sack. Highsmith back at the 48. So they'll have to call a timeout 28 seconds. Yeah, they're on the outside field goal range now, back at midfield. Yeah, Mahomes knows better. He can't take a sack there, but he just did.
Into the inside, and Mahomes is thinking, all right, I'm going to run to the outside again. But that time, on the backside of it was Highsmith who ran him down. Nice play by Highsmith there.
Now, Highsmith has played well this year, linebacker. He has. He's probably been, other than T.J. Watt, the most reliable linebacker they've had on the roster, for God's sakes.
29 seconds on the clock.
So after the timeout with the sack, 2nd and 20 for the Chiefs back at the 48-yard line. Mahomes going to roll out again near side, and he's going to go down another sack. No, they get away. And then he dumps it off. I don't know if that's caught or not. Noah Gray, the tight end, no, that's incomplete. They run in, say incomplete. So 3rd and 20 now, 17 seconds. They're probably going to want to look at that. I don't know if that was the catch or not to begin. And, yeah, okay, that's dropped. Yeah, he caught it first, and then he dropped it. Yeah, he bobbled it, hit the turf. Incomplete. So it'll be 3rd and 20 for Kansas City. Yeah, Highsmith almost got to him again. Yeah, they should have had another sack on him right there. And then he rolled out again and pass incomplete. 3rd and 20 for Kansas City, 22 seconds. Mahomes going to avoid another sack. Near side has a man wide open in Travis Kelce, and he's going to walk into the end zone. Jesus fucking Christ, man. Come on. What the hell are you doing? You are allowing them to capitalize off of their own mistake. You had the momentum, and you just fucking handed it to them. They've scored 20 unanswered now after that fumble. 3 straight touchdown drives for the Chiefs, and now you're down by, 13, about to be 14 with the extra point. It's 20-7. Extra point to come to make it 21-7. And guess what? The Chiefs are also going to get the ball to begin the second half. This goes back to what I just said. You know, if they can force a field goal on that last touchdown, Mahomes now with a few touchdown passes here tonight, along with the interception. The first to Jerick McKinnon, the other to Pringle, that to Kelce from 48 yards out after a sack. And they just get beat. They're getting beat. They got beat on that play. They've gotten beat on the last 3 drives. They fumble. The Steelers recover it. It's a touchdown. Since then, 3 offensive drives for the Chiefs and 3 touchdowns, 21-7. The defense just let it pass right by him. Go ahead. We have 7 points. That's all we need. We're going to play from behind now. So they scored before halftime. They're also going to get the ball to begin the second half. Touchback on the kick. Steelers got 13 seconds and 3 timeouts. I'll probably take a knee. But, the Steeler offense, 7 punts. The defense has the touchdown. And then the last 3 drives for the Chiefs on offense, 3 touchdowns. Yeah, the fumble. That's when it all started. And it went Pittsburgh's way. But Kansas City said, no. Yeah, the Steelers are going to take a knee gun at halftime, down 21-7 now. My God. Ben is only 5 of 14 for 24 yards passing. Mahomes is 19-28 for 241, 3 touchdowns, and a pick. And they couldn't even capitalize off the interception, for God's sakes. They recovered the fumble and ran it back. But since then, 3 straight offensive drives for the Chiefs and 3 straight touchdowns. McKinnon is beating them. He has 6 carries, 40 yards rushing. At least Najee does have 10 carries, 27 yards, but they've sort of not necessarily abandoned the run. They just really can't run the football once again. But guess what? What's new? They can't. They haven't been able to all year. So here we are. But then he also has 5 catches, 58 yards out of the backfield for a touchdown. Pringle has 2 catches, 17 yards and a touchdown. Then Kelce, 48 yards on that touchdown there, 3 catches, 94 yards, and the score. Like, I don't know what to say. I don't. Just, other than what the hell just happened. You know, like they had them up 7-0 with momentum. And no, the defense just not necessarily quit. Yeah, they really bent right there. They haven't broke just yet. I mean, it's not going to be looking like a pretty second half, though, by any means, coming up. Just how the hell do you let that happen? That's what I want to know. Like, how the hell, after all that, slow start for both teams, and then just split second. I mean, that's all it takes. And boom, they're you know, up 14. They score 21 unanswered, and they lead 21-7.
I've been fighting my whole life.
Man, just, oh my God.
One just like it at West Point. I fought for freedom in Iraq.
They cannot do a damn thing on offense.
Not socialism.
The offense has had 7 drives in the first half, okay, and 7 punts. Once again, the Bills last night at home against the Patriots, they had 7 drives the whole entire game and 7 touchdowns. The only mishaps were on extra points with a blocking because of the weather. But
CNB Bank is here for you. No matter where you are, online or on the go. And if you prefer to bank the traditional way, we're here for that.
one play,
Welcome to CNB Bank.
that's all the Steelers of maybe 2 or 3 to an extent. You know, I'm not even going to count the interception because they couldn't even capitalize off of it. I'll count the fumble. But other than that, what else have they done? Offense, defense, special teams. The whole entire night. I don't care if it's for a touchdown. I'm happy. I'm glad it is a touchdown. Because if not, well, the offense probably, the drive would have stalled inside the red zone. They probably would have kicked the damn field goal. You know? So at least they do have 7 points. But then the defense can't just, you know, sit down and let them walk by. Like the Steeler defense is like fucking border security, and they're letting everybody cross. Just, hey, go ahead. You know, do what you want. 3 straight drives and 3 straight touchdowns. 21 unanswered for the Chiefs. Man, they got to figure something out. This second half and in the future. Talk about Matt Canada not coming back next year. At least he shouldn't, in my opinion, as offense coordinator. Keith Butler needs to go as well. Even though the defense has won them how many games. You know, the defense has kept them in, you know, thus far. Tonight, until those final few minutes of the half. Like, you can't just let them walk all over you and expect to be there. And surprisingly, it's not the turnovers. It's they're just flat out getting beat because they're not the better team. But they're still here for a reason, so I would think you'd want to at least go out and, you know, showcase what you got. 21-7 your halftime score. Ben's 5 of 14, 24 yards passing. 24 yards passing in the first half on 5 completions. Two of those are Deontay Johnson for 9 yards. Another 2 to Pat Freiermuth for 8 yards. And 1 to Juju Smith-Schuster for 7 yards. They've tried to hit the deep shots, but they haven't been there. And they can't run the football either. Najee Harris has 10 carries, 27 yards rushing. They're lucky to have that fumble, scoop, and score for a touchdown. But at that, honestly, since then, I'd rather take that back and have this game still tied at 0, to be honest with you, because ever since that fumble, Kansas City's taken over this game, and they lead 21-7 now. Mahomes, as mentioned, is 19-28, 241, 3 touchdowns and interception. McKinnon has 6 carries, 40 yards rushing. Mahomes 2 of 25. And then Kelsey has 3 catches, 94 yards and touchdown. Jerick McKinnon 5 of 58 receiving and a touchdown. Demarcus Robinson has 3 catches, 47 yards. Byron Pringle 2 of 17 and a touchdown. Tyreek Hill 322. He's active. They have not whatsoever. I mean, they've dropped a few. Play calling's been, you know, like, what the hell? They're not running the ball enough. They're not going to tight ends enough. They're not doing a damn thing right. You know, they need to go to Juju a little bit more. He is being a decoy, but, you know, somebody's going to be open. Claypool's a little banged up now after that injury. fell down after dropping it, landed on his right side, I think, right shoulder. Juju Smith-Schuster, Deontay Johnson, Chase Claypool. Where the hell James Washington, Ray McLeod, wide receiver? Just because somebody comes back doesn't mean that they don't, need or get a chance to play now. Even though they're probably not going to do much to begin with. And back to Ray and special teams, the returns have not been there at all this year whatsoever. Defensively, I mean, just get the hell off the field, why don't you? Like, they've done a better job since the fumble of keeping TJ Watt away. Cam Hayward's had a few big tackles. Where the hell's Joe Schobert? I saw him sitting on the bench on the sideline, so he is dressed, he's in pads, he's ready to play. Where the hell's Schobert at? Okay, Devin Bush had the interception, but he's back to, no-show Jones. And, I mean, Highsmith had a sack, almost had a back-to-back sack. Once again, other than Watt, he's the best linebacker they have. Splains, okay, he's out there, but he's not doing much. Hayden got beat on a passing touchdown. Sutton early was making a few plays, but since then, nothing. Minka, tackler too, but nothing special. Presley Harvin's the MVP of the Steelers right now. And, of course, that's not saying much because he's the fucking punter. They've punted 7 times on 7 straight drives. They do have 7 points. It was off a defensive scoop and score fumble for a touchdown. And then, it was Jerick McKinnon, but Mahomes just lit him up right before halftime. Hell, he almost has 300 yards passing and 3 touchdowns. So, if they can continue to get pressure on him, force mistakes, make sure there's somebody there to run with him, though, if he's going to tuck it and run so you can get to him. Like, you got to keep somebody, near. But get the pressure, play some good coverage. He's making mistakes. He's trying to do too much. But trying to do too much, well, it finally executed for him. And he finally just made all those plays. And that's why they just scored 20 unanswered and took a 14-point lead into halftime. And I might add, once again, they're going to get the ball to begin the second half. 21-7 is your score, but just get pressure to him. You bring pressure on him. The ball's not necessarily being thrown away. It's a bad pass. It's, thrown in the dirt. It's low. It's a little too high. You got to capitalize off of mistakes. They were able to off the fumble, but not the interception. But hell, offensively, they can't even get in field goal range for Chris Boswell. We've only said his name once tonight after this game started. And you know why? And you know why it's all been downhill since? Turn to the defense. He kicked the extra point off of the defensive touchdown. But then the defense since then just... Kansas City going NASCAR on the Steelers right now. Just flying by. Just one after another. And they're not even going faster with tempo by any means. They're just... it's very frustrating right now as a Steeler fan. It is. This is just unacceptable. How the hell can you let that momentum just slip away out of the palm of your hand? They are capitalizing off of their own mistake. And you're all letting them do it. Like, you gotta stand your ground and hold down the fort. The Steelers are getting bullied right now by the Chiefs. They are. At least, late second quarter there they did. They had them, or they wanted them out earlier. Had a 7-0 lead, and then, poof, it's gone. They let it slip. Very disappointing, very frustrating. There's not really much else to be said. There's not. They just got to find a way. They got to click on offense. They got to, get synced up. They have to find a running game. Ben's going to have to make some plays. If he throws for at least 99 yards tonight, he's going to move into third all-time in NFL playoff history for most passing yards. Okay? He has 24 yards passing in the first half. It's not because they have a running game. It's because they can't do anything on offense. They can't move the ball more than 10, 15 yards. They can't even get in field goal range. Very frustrating and very disappointing. They're just lying down and getting stomped, getting walked all over right now. It's like they were walking a good straight line there for a second. But then it was, whoa, And then they completely just fall down. And they haven't been able to get back up. They're in a hole. They like being in holes. They like finding ways to get out of them. They like playing catch up from behind. They've been a second half team all year, so we still got 30 minutes of football to be played here tonight. But just very, very frustrating. I mean, come on now. They got to get a stop early third quarter here. They're going to kick off. Chiefs get the ball. Begin the third quarter, already up 14. It is 21-7. So once again, thank you for tuning in and listening to my live watch-along reactions. Live right here on YouTube. Be sure to like, follow, and subscribe on social media. Links in the description below. The thumbs up button. Share, chat questions, comments, super chat, super stickers. Always greatly appreciated. And from the 5 on the return, Kansas City out past 20, 25-30 to the 32. Somebody please learn how to tackle.
Well, Andy Reid was actually pretty cheerful at halftime. He said his defense.
Andy Reid says stay aggressive but smart. Yeah, probably. What'd Mike Tomlin have to say? Never say never, but never. No one on offense made a significant play. Yeah, no shit. The only play they've made is the fumble, scoop, and score for a touchdown. Mahomes, 1st and 10, going to hand off. Jerick McKinnon, that's a hold. And then he gets pushed out of bounds, by 55, Devin Bush, after an 11-yard gain. And they move the sticks just like that. 1st and 10, Chiefs. How's that not a hold on Kelsey? How is that not a hold on Travis Kelce on Cam Sutton? And they just told him, hey, don't hold him. You just held him. Got lucky. They didn't throw it. Should have been a 10 yards replay down. Back at the 22, 1st and 20, but now it's 1st and 10 at the 44. The referees are letting them play. I'm fine with it. But when it's clear and obvious, throw the damn flag. McKinnon on the run up the middle again. A few yards for him. It'll be 2nd down. Kelsey in motion. And Mahomes, quick pass caught by Pringle, or Demarcus Robinson, and he gets to the 25. Yeah, wide open. He's picking them apart. He's having his way with them right now. He is. And then a missed tackle. And then they finally bring him down to the 25. So 1st and 10, Kansas City. Just able to drive like it's nothing. Mahomes. There's a flag in the backfield. We'll see what the call is. It looks like it'll be a hold, hopefully. Yeah, 10 yards, replay the down. Thank you. At least you finally call a holding penalty against the offense. Jesus Christ. Took you to 12:49 to play in the third quarter, for God's sakes, but here we are. Finally get a hold called on the Chiefs.
Goes back to the huddle. You know what he's going to say? He's going to say, I'm good with this one.
Yeah, probably because he got a second and long now, and he can, make a play out of nothing, probably. Yeah, they take him down on the sack, but they'll replay it down. 2nd and 20 back at the 37. Quick bubble screen, complete near side to Kelsey, and then Highsmith, along with Hayward, make the tackle. Come on, Pittsburgh. What the hell are you doing? Let's go. Got to get some stops. You've gotten 2 turnovers thus far, and you capitalize off of the one. You got to get a few more. You got to get some stops. Offense has to start clicking, though. Got to do something. Third down and 12 for the Chiefs. From the 28, Mahomes, quick screen. He's got a convoy, and he's got a first down, and then a tackle by Edmonds at the 5, so we'll have the 1st and goal. Jesus Christ. They score here, this game's probably over with, to be honest with you. I don't even want to go that far, but yeah, this game's probably over with. They score right here. So, yeah, especially if this game gets out of reach in the 4th quarter, we'll keep talking about this game with what's going on, play-by-play wise. Hand off to McKinnon, about a yard or so up the middle, be 2nd and goal. But we'll start hammering, talking about the offseason and what's coming for the Steelers, and for Ben to go out this way, offense not doing a damn thing for him. Come on, man. But then, I can already hear people saying this is going to be sort of a little bit of a passing of the torch, if you will. 2nd and goal out of the pistol from the 5. Looking to throw, come back to Hill, and he gets in the end zone, touchdown Chiefs. 27-7, coming extra point, and they've now scored on 4 straight drives with 4 straight touchdowns. 27, about to be 28 unanswered. Capitalizing off their own mistake, I might add. Come on. Just letting them walk all over you. He might have been down there at the inch line, but his head was in the end zone. And it was a touchdown on the field, so they had to find undisputed veterans to return it. Thing is, if the ball is not, so to speak, across the goal line in the end zone, it's not a touchdown. Yeah, they're going to review it. This might get overturned. It'll be 3rd and goal from the inch line. If it does, if it stands, it's a touchdown. They'll probably punch in a play or 2 later anyway, so just give them a touchdown while you're at it. But, of course, you got to find undisputed veterans to return it. They might have it. I don't know if they will, though, or not. I think that's going to be a little hard to overturn. I think they might go with stands as called on the field or be confirmed to be a touchdown. But we'll see when we return what the Zebras have to say. But still very, very frustrating. Very frustrating. I mean, come on, man. What the hell? At least until that touchdown, the Steelers were covering. 12-point underdog on the road here tonight. But win or lose, it doesn't matter. You play to win the game. I care less about that. But tied at 0, they have a 7-point lead. 20 unanswered. Can't come back from that. They allow them to score again. Plays under further review right now, but it's going to be a touchdown. If not, they'll overturn it. They'll score a play or two later anyway. What makes you think they're going to come back now from down, 20, 30 points? Well, it's because they've done it a few too many damn times this year already as it is. But at least in those games, they had offensively a little bit going for them. Tonight, they don't have a damn thing going their way. They're still stuck at the Pittsburgh airport. They are. Like, they did not show up to play tonight. Hell, I probably even shouldn't go that far. They're probably still at home. Who the hell is this playing offense right now for them? Like, are these replacement players that dressed up as identical statues? Because they're just standing there doing nothing. After review, yeah, he's down. His elbow's down right there at the half-inch line. It'll be 3rd and goal. They're going to punch it in and play later here anyway, so. 10:28 to play in the 3rd. Still 21-7 for the time being, but they'll end up scoring here. If not, well, if you can hold them to a field goal, okay. Andy Reid telling Mahomes, let's go. Like, hurry up. They got 3rd and goal. Catch them off guard here. And then, of course, Steeler offense going to get the ball back. And for the first time this second half, shortly, but already in a hole, well, just make it bigger while you're at it. Third and goal out of the eye from the half-yard line. And they'll fake the handoff, roll out. He dumps it off. It's caught by his offensive lineman. Did he report as eligible? I guess he did. Touchdown. So 27-7. Yeah, these road teams, other than the Niners beat the Cowboys earlier today, haven't had much success whatsoever this wild card round weekend by any means whatsoever. So at this rate, I just said they score again here, this game's over with. And so I don't even want to go that far, but offensively, they don't have a damn thing going, so unless they find a way to, start making stops on defense now and get some rhythm built up on offense and drive and score and score and score and score and score. Just get this game to the 4th quarter. That's all I'm asking for now at this point. And, that's, a little ways off, but still, I mean, man, come on. Like, what the hell is this? Like, typical Steelers for you. Typical Pittsburgh Steelers. Just very frustrating.
Well, this is a move I never thought about as a receiver. It looks like they're going to double team and watch Alec Reddick just take TJ Watt and throw him to the ground. Good enough.
I don't know I've ever seen a lineman get a great block on a pass rush and then catch one in the end zone. Normally the guy flares out, nobody sees him, and away he goes. Alec Reddick to the end zone. And the Steelers now.
So return from the goal line for the Steelers. Ray McLeod out to the 25 and tackled out of bounds at the 30. So a little 1st and 10 from there. Now down 21. It's 28-7 with 10:07 to play in this 3rd quarter. Yeah, punt, 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 punt. 7 drives, 7 punts. How about we make it 8 for extra luck? Because guess what? They're probably going to punt on this drive as well. And we can add a few more on to the end of the game. Eventually, you're going to want to go for 4th down here before too long, I would think. They haven't even gotten into Boswell field goal range. That's how bad on offense they've been. Like, fumble by Harris, and guess what? The Chiefs recover it. They're going to say he was down. No. Fumble. Chiefs ball, 1st and 10. Yep. Now, even down 21. Now you start turning the ball over. I mean, come on, man. You just want to blow your head off at this point? Because that sounds about what you want to do. Yeah, he wasn't down. That ball's out. They're right there to recover it. Like, what is this? Like, seriously, what the hell is this? This is worse than JV football. This is like, you know, throwing newborns day after they're born out in the field and having them play football. So they're already talking about next week. Yeah, because if the Chiefs win, they host Buffalo, and the Bengals go to the Titans. Handoff to Jerick McKinnon. Next commercial break, we're going to talk about what happened already this weekend, update some stats and scores, and then preview a little bit what's to come next week. They're actually going to, they said earlier, remember, have the schedule for us by the end of this game tonight for the divisional round. So we'll see what 2 games are Saturday and what 2 games are Sunday. The times networks as well, but 2nd and 2 now, or 2nd and 12, excuse me. Doesn't matter if it's 2nd and 2 or 2nd and 12, they still score a touchdown. Jesus Christ. They're putting it to them now. These Chiefs are looking like the Bills last night, whereas the Steelers are, well, as Tyreek Hill celebrates with the cheerleaders and all the pom-poms, the Steelers are getting their ass beat and handed to them now. Yeah. Kansas City's putting it to them. They're looking like Buffalo, whereas Pittsburgh's looking like New England. Didn't show up to play. 34-7, make it 35 with the extra point. That is going to be up and good. So 35-7 Chiefs. 35 unanswered with 9:14 to play in the 3rd quarter. Yeah, well, they're 2nd and 2, 2nd and 12. Just a simple go route, and Mahomes finds Tyreek Hill wide open in the end zone, caught touchdown. Mahomes now 25 of 34, 337 yards passing, and 5 touchdowns. Does have the interception, but Pittsburgh couldn't capitalize off of it. They did have the fumble in after. They ran it back and scored. Since then, though, it's all been Kansas City. Mahomes, 25 of 34, 337 to 5 touchdowns. McKinnon has 10 carries, 51 yards rushing. He also has 6 catches, 81 yards receiving, and a touchdown. It's you get a touchdown, you get a touchdown, you get a touchdown, you get a touchdown, and you get a touchdown. And probably a few more touchdowns before the night's over. Like, this is an absolute embarrassment, is what this is for the Steelers. Another big blowout road loss. They've only won 3 times on the road this year, and in 2 of those losses, they got blown out at the Bengals and at the Chiefs, and now they're having their ass handed to them again. Oh, Kansas City scored 36 total against them the day after Christmas. 35 on them already, and we still got, you know, a little over a quarter and a half to play. Mahomes, once again, 25 of 34, 337 and 5 touchdowns. Jerick McKinnon in relief of Clyde Edwards-Helaire, who's out tonight. 10 carries, 61 yards rushing. Also has 6 catches, 81 yards and a touchdown. Travis Kelce has 4 catches, 102 yards receiving and a touchdown. Demarcus Robinson, he needs a touchdown. He's really the only one, along with Mecole Hardman, receiver, tight end wise, that doesn't have a touchdown. Yeah, Robinson has 4 catches, 76 yards. Hardman and the Wildcat, he had the fumble, but it was more so Darrell Williams' fault than not. They fumbled twice on that play. Pittsburgh ran it back. It's been all Chiefs since. Hardman has a couple catches, a couple yards. Pringle, 2 catches, 17 yards and touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 557, and that touchdown. So, they took the touchdown off the board. He ended up getting it back. And, Tyreek Hill, 5 catches, 57 yards and touchdown. And then the lineman has a catch for a yard and a touchdown as well. Ben Roethlisberger, Steeler offense, gonna get the ball. 1st and 10 from the 25 on the touchback. Ben 6 of 15, 23 yards passing. And Najee Harris has 10 carries, 27 yards. Pathetic. Absolute embarrassment by Pittsburgh here tonight, once again. What the hell? What in the hell?
2 division titles in a row. Andy Reid gets here, they've won 6 of them. So it gives you some idea who this guy is. And not only is he making it fun to watch, I think he makes it really fun for the players to play there.
So Pittsburgh 1st and 10 from the 25.
How much he appreciated Andy letting him just be him with all the different angles and throws and nobody really coming down on him.
Handoff Najee Harris. And he gets stuffed. Nowhere for him to go. 2nd down. My God.
You're in a schoolyard in a way, but you got the guys who can implement it.
Do you think there's ever been a play that they put up there that one of the 2 of them said, oh, that's nuts, we can't do that? I don't think they ever do. I don't think there's anything outside of what these guys would be willing to try and at least see if it would work.
We got a timeout by the Chiefs. It'll be 2nd and 12, Pittsburgh with 8:46 to play in the 3rd quarter. Once again, next commercial break, we're going to recap the wild card weekend to this point. Still got Monday Night Football tomorrow night with the Cardinals and Rams, so be sure to tune back in for live watch along reactions there. Very disappointing for the Steelers right now. Very frustrating. Total embarrassment. 35-7 in the playoffs. Like, come on, man. What the hell? This is unacceptable. From the 24, 2nd down and 12. Ben out of the gun. Pass going to be caught. Wow, they actually got a 1st down for 15 yards. Chase Claypool on the reception. Move the sticks. 1st and 10, Pittsburgh.
That's what they've needed. They've just been all over the line of scrimmage. And right now, the Pittsburgh Steelers have a real strength at their wide receiver position when they actually catch the football. But these guys can get open with the combination.
So 1st and 10 from the 38.5. 8:14 to play in the 3rd. Ben once again out of the gun. Going to dump it off on the screen. Najee Harris, who goes nowhere. 2nd and 10.
Big sea change, obviously, coming up in Pittsburgh. Ben probably going off to the farm or wherever he's going to go in his post-football career. They're looking for a quarterback. They've got Mason Rudolph in the range. He's been there for a while. Signed a good deal. Haskins is on the
2nd and 10 from the 39. Slanter in the middle, complete to Juju Smith-Schuster. And it'll be 3rd down and short. Of course, they have to, middle of 3rd quarter, game's not even over yet. Yeah, I get they got to talk about something because it's a blowout, but they're going to already start talking about the future of the Steelers, which we're going to get into here in a minute as well, but I think this is a little too early for them to go that far. 3rd down and 4 from the 45. And a quick pass complete to Freiermuth, and he gets a 1st down. All right, a few big stiff arms for him, and breaks a tackle or 2. Gets a 1st down. They're actually out past the 50 tonight. Are you kidding me? Like, wow. They're actually in Chief territory. 1st and 10 Steelers from the right side of the 50 from the 47. And Ben slant over the middle, complete to Claypool, and he gets to the 42. All right. Some chunk yards there. Be 2nd and medium. You're still down 28. You got to go. Go. But, 2 touchdowns ago, this game was over. But they're going to try to mount a comeback again. So here we go. 2nd and 5 from the 42. They run it. Kalen Ballage spins, lowers his shoulder and gets 2 yards. It'll be 3rd and 3.
If you look at this Kansas City Chiefs defense, what a performance they put on out here tonight. But it's really going to come down, I think, to a couple of guys. To Melvin Ingram, add a little pressure since coming over in that trade. Frank Clark's had such great playoffs. But he do it all.
So 3rd and 3 from the 40. And Ben empty set. Quick pass complete to Juju, who gets a Steeler first down. They moved the sticks for the 3rd time on this drive. All right. At least they got some rhythm now. Got to capitalize off of this. You got to capitalize. 1st and 10, Pittsburgh.
17 points per game.
So 1st and 10 from the 35. Ben, deep shot far side. And James Washington goes up and makes the catch, his first of the night. 1st and 10, Pittsburgh. Where the hell's he been? They got a 1st and 10 inside the 15. So they're knocking on the door, looking to score their first offensive touchdown here tonight. At least they're in Boswell field goal range. They got to kick it. Take the damn points. Comes down to it. Like I said, just get this game to the 4th quarter, but you're going to have to start making some stops on defense. From the 13, 1st and 10. Ben, deep in the end zone, caught, touchdown Pittsburgh. Deontay Johnson from 13 yards out, touchdown Steelers. Where in the hell has this been all night? A 10-play, 75-yard, 5-minute touchdown drive. Where the hell has this been all night? First down, it results in a touchdown. Defensively, if they would have been able to get a few stops, I mean, who knows how this game is right now. At least they're airing it out and letting them throw it downfield rather than to the side where the end zone's not. End zone's ahead of you. Enough with the east-west, go north-south. They do, and they score. See what happens when you actually move the football downfield? You score touchdowns. You score points. You got to keep it up. Defense has to get some stops and get off the field. Of course, Ben has 98 yards passing. He needs at least 99 tonight to move into 3rd place all-time in NFL history for most passing yards in the NFL playoffs. He's 14 and 23 for 98 yards passing. That touchdown to Deontay Johnson, who has 3 catches, 22 yards in the score. Najee Harris has 11 carries, 25 yards on the ground. Chase Claypool has 2 catches, 22 yards. James Washington has a catch of 22 yards. So they're starting to dish it out. There's some balance and consistency there. How hard was that to move the ball downfield? Where the hell has this been all night? Juju Smith-Schuster, 3 catches, 18 yards. Freiermuth, Austin, 3 of 16. So defense has to get some stops. It's 35-14, but you can't do one thing and then just, allow them to do whatever the hell they want, Because it goes back to the fumble. And they started to capitalize off their own mistake, for God's sakes. How the hell does that happen? But it's against the Steelers, so, it just is what it is. obviously this game, once again, meant to go this way because at least Ben has a touchdown. One touchdown. Now he's one away from tying Marino at 420 in the all-time passing touchdowns category. At least he has one touchdown tonight in his Central Final game. Because if they lose, we all know for the most part he's going to retire, hang up. I can't see him. I don't want him to play anywhere else because I can't see him playing anywhere else. But because he doesn't play anywhere else. Because I still think, once again, if they have a running game and they're playing great defense, he can play another 1-2 years. And we'll get more of that later on. But, nothing lasts forever. Father Time catches up to everybody. He's going to move on. He's going to retire. But, and he's even said it himself, this could be it. Most likely he's done, but, the one turnover to 7 points, well, they're even in that category now, so you can cancel that out. Defensively, they just haven't been able to make stops tonight. They're not playing great. They're not playing good whatsoever. They haven't been play good on the road at all this year. Only 3 wins on the road. And what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now 9 road games. That's fucking 33%. Like, come on now. First and 10 from the 25. Mahomes going to hand off. Yeah, if I'm Kansas City, I'm running the football and, working the clock. But Pittsburgh right there to make the tackle. And all of a second and long. So, I mean, as Ben also likes to say, they still have a pulse if they can get some stops on defense. And, coming from behind, out of the hole they like to be in, playing catch-up, it's still doable. Still got another quarter to play. Like I said, if they get this game in the fourth quarter, who knows what's going to happen. But for the most part, once again, this game's over with. Like, there's no chance they come back and win this. I'd be shocked they came back and win this. Complete to Kelsey. He'll get to the 27. They'll have a third down and about 8. And once again, yes, I know we're going to recap the wild card round at this point shortly as well, so stay tuned. But see if this defense, first off, can get off the field. 3rd and 8 for the Chiefs from the 27. Dump it off. It's caught by Pringle, and they get a first down. So guess what? They can't get off the field. Joe Hayden and Trey Norwood on the stop. So 1st and 10, Kansas City. They moved the sticks. Jesus Christ.
Receiving yards, Larry Fitzgerald, Antonio Brown, Bruno Pittsburgh, and now Kelsey.
So from the 42, 1st and 10. Quick bubble screen, top of your screen to Pringle, and then Hayden and Watt right there to bring them down. Be 2nd down and about 7? 2 minutes to play in this 3rd quarter. 35-14 Chiefs.
They make the decision, Andy Reid and Brett Veach and company, that they had to fix it. And they did. They went out and they got Orlando Brown, who made the Pro Bowl for the 3rd straight year. Joe Tooney played all those years with the Patriots and drafted Creed Humphrey and George Smith. And they fixed it.
2nd and 7 from the 45.
And that heart and soul up front has made a huge difference. You can see it out here tonight.
And Mahomes going to step up and complete to Hardman inside the 40. He's off to the races. Inside the 20, down to the 15. They'll have 1st and 10. Minute 15 and counting to play in the 3rd. Jesus Christ. Come on, defense. What the hell is this? This is just an embarrassment. This is pathetic.
So well up front that Mahomes always has a place to step forward, but also when those speed rushers want
It's going to be a long offseason.
there are two huge gaps out there in that tight end.
Long offseason until September. 1st and 10, Kansas City from the 14. Mahomes is going to hand off to Gore. He'll Gore his way to the 9-yard line, 2nd down. My God. How the hell does this happen? I don't care if you're playing Patrick Mahomes or not. Like, it's been too consistent of... And hell, they don't even have to snap it before the end of the quarter. Play clock and game clock synced up with one another, 11 seconds. You know, there's been more harm than good gone their way. At least in situations like this. You know, for sure, no doubt about it. But everything else, it's every game this year. All 18 games now tonight. Other than now 3 blowouts. Everything's been one score. Like, they just, like, hanging on by a thread, don't they? Yeah, exactly. So, yeah, Mahomes tucks it and runs there. Slides and gets a 1st and goal inside the 5. So that does it for the 3rd quarter. The Chiefs lead the Steelers 35-14. And with 15 minutes to play, well, Ben Roethlisberger tonight, only 14-23, 98 yards passing, and touchdown. This could be his, and it probably will be, his final 15 minutes as a Pittsburgh Steeler and as an NFL quarterback. So let's enjoy it while we can. I mean, the game's been over 2-3 touchdowns ago now. They're going to score again here, it looks like. So, just very disappointing. Total embarrassment. Honestly, should be ashamed of themselves. Not an utter failure or a collapse like last year by any means, but just like, what the hell, you know? And into next year, you know, of course, you got to have a quarterback to win. There's a need right there. We'll see what they do in the offseason. We're going to get more into that a little bit later on, once again. As it's finally come to that now. But more so not on the offense, at least. It starts up front. You know, they're going to have to figure out the offensive line first off. You know, at least Juju got a chance to come back and play tonight. He has a few catches, but nothing much. But like I said, that last touchdown drive, where the hell has that been all night? Where the hell has that been all fucking season, for God's sakes, you know? Like, at least you made it look easy against them, but they've made it look easier against you all night. You know, they capitalized off their own damn mistake, for God's sakes. You know, it all started with the fumble touchdown. And then it was all Kansas City. And then Pittsburgh scored, and it's all Kansas City again. You know, no, but remember, Juju's only on this year a 1-year deal, so I don't know if they're going to re-sign him or not, you know, so they might, you know, rework the wide receiver room. Tight end should be all right. Defensively, there's a hole in the middle. We'll see what they do at linebacker. Back end's all right. Up front's all right, but, you know, free agency-wise, up until last year, they never, you know, really, they'll run a fullback dive, 3rd and inches, and they'll get a 1st and goal. Now officially, so they marked Mahomes short. No. Good God, no. I'm going to get more into the quarterback situation. Well, he has more potential, I'll say this, than fucking Mason Rudolph the Red-Nosed fucking reindeer does. But, no, I'm going to get more into the quarterback situation here in a minute. But, no, free agency-wise, and remember, Kevin Colbert's going to be retiring, stepping down, so who knows who the GM's going to be. So, you know, it's one thing at a time there. But, you know, up until last year, they don't like to sign free agents. And, well, hence they signed Melvin Ingram, and then, he was being held hostage, so he said, and then they traded him to the Chiefs, and then, they beat Pittsburgh twice after the trade. Kelsey just threw a touchdown pass. That's how bad Pittsburgh's getting beat tonight. That's complete to Pringle for a touchdown, and now it's 41-14. So I would like to be dyslexic right now, no doubt about it. Can you reverse that score? Can you have Pittsburgh have 41 and the Chiefs 14, please? Can we have that happen? Can somebody do that? Like, Jesus Christ. How can you let a tight end throw a touchdown against you? And Bucker on for the extra point. He's had an easy night. 6 extra points. All up and good. 42-14 Chiefs. So yeah, they have not necessarily major issues ongoing right now, but they got some problems, no doubt about it. If it's not one thing, it's another. And when the dominoes fall until they stop, just who knows what the future is going to look like for the Steelers. I just want to go through another stretch from, Bradshaw to Ben. At least quarterback-wise. They haven't had a losing season since 2003. Ben is going to retire 18 years as starting quarterback of the Steelers with never having a losing season. Playoffs or not, never once did they have a losing season with him at quarterback. So that has to speak for some, it's consistency. It's, winning, basically. I know a few other teams and organizations would, like to have that, but it all starts at the top with ownership, and that's there. The coaching's there. Coordinating-wise, though, both Matt Canada and Keith Butler can fucking go. And, make sure the door doesn't fucking hit you in the ass on the way out. I mean, they'll be all right, It's going to be a lot probably like what New England's going through right now after Brady. There's been a few teams that have gotten lucky, from quarterback to quarterback. Or just, the consistency with players. They know how to win. Pittsburgh knows how to win. Like, they're going to be there. They're going to win football games. Will they win enough, when it's all said and done? Who knows? They're going to be there. They're going to be talked about, and we're going to talk about them whether you like it or not. Once again, thank you for tuning and listening. But they got, as everybody does this time of year, mistakes to, fix. So, yeah, I mean, back to the question, about Dwayne Haskins, Dewey, number 3, who has not been active at all this season in a game. He's practiced, but he was good in college at Ohio State under Urban for, a year, maybe 2. And, with his situation he had in Washington with the Skins, okay, Pittsburgh picks him up. He's a good backup, maybe. But once again, we're going to get more into the quarterback, situation a little bit later on. But by all means, good God, no. They sure as hell know the answer. Whether it's Mason Rudolph, Dwayne Haskins, or Josh Dobbs, no. Good God, no. 1st and 10, Steelers. Ben hands off to Najee Harris. 4-yard run up the middle for him. Be 2nd down and 6. They've done a good job of, not first time this season by any means, but and not necessarily even a while, but like they have tonight has been the defense, no doubt about it. Like they've put themselves offensively in some good spots. off the bat, workable situations, second and medium, third and short. Ben going to dump it off, complete to Juju. And it only goes for about a yard, be 3rd and 5. But, they've only been in Chief territory once, and it was on the last touchdown drive. They have 14 points, but one defense touchdown, then the offense touchdown. The Chiefs score on top of it anyway. The Chiefs have just owned this game tonight. They've owned the Steelers, no doubt about it. Glass half empty, half full, however you want to put it. It's hard to talk about. I mean, the truth's the truth, though. They're just getting beat. It's tough. It's very frustrating. It's disappointing. It's a total embarrassment, no doubt about it. And, moving ahead as well, Claypool tries to move for 3-4 yards there. He's going to be marked short, though, 4th and inches. They'll probably, 12:50 to play. Why not fucking go for it? You sort of have to. You're going to punt, down 42-14, but no, there's going to be some turnaround. There's going to be a, period of time, of not more disappointment because they're going to win still, but more frustration. I'm going to put it as 4th and 1 as they run Benny Snell, and he gets a first down miraculously. Jesus Christ, wow. Where the hell did that come from? He gets the 42 for a first down and move the sticks. It's going to be a lot like what New England's going through right now for the Steelers. Now, whether that means they bring in a veteran quarterback or they draft somebody next year, come late April, that's a, story for a little bit later on, and we're going to have all offseason to talk about that too, but I'm going to dive into that once we hit a final score here, and then probably go outside and shovel some snow to ease the pain. But 1st and 10 from the 42 for the Steelers. Ben pass, it was deflected and incomplete. 10 for Juju Smith-Schuster. I got a late penalty. This might be roughing the passer. 15 yards, automatic first down. Actually, a hold on the Steelers on Dan Moore, the left tackle. So they'll back him up, replay it. No, but it's just, man. Slow start to the year. They're down again and back up, and now, they're back down on themselves. It's been up and down. It's been a roller coaster of a season for the Steelers, to say the least. 1st and 20 from the 32. Ben going to go deep far side, and it's going to be incomplete, out of bounds. Almost picked off as that was intended for... Yeah, they actually show the graphic now. I talked about it earlier. Most passing yards in NFL postseason history. Ben is now 3rd all time behind Brady and Peyton because he does have at least 99 now. At least as long as he doesn't throw for -5 yards the rest of the way, he'll be 3rd all time retiring postseason passing yards in a career. He only has 100 yards passing tonight, which is pathetic. That pass will be picked off. Ted Ferreira McLeod got a penalty on the play though. So 16 of 27, a $103, touchdown, a pick. See what the penalty is, though. Yeah, they're putting it on them. 42-14. Personal foul. Now they say roughing the passer on the defense, so no interception. That'll get taken off. 1st down and 10, Pittsburgh.
With a good inside move on the outside on a 4-4. Stumbled a bit and just dove anyway.
Yeah, probably 2 roughing the passers on this drive. They call that one. The other one would have been offsetting because they had the hold, but Steelers 1st and 10. From the 47 out of the gun. And they'll run a halfback draw to Benny Snell. So it looks like Najee is going to be done. Benny Snell in the ball game at tailback. He gets about 7 yards. It'll be second and short. Benny Snell's not the answer either. At running back behind Najee as a number 2. Kalen Ballage a little bit better, but not by much. They need a true number 2 back behind Najee next year too, I might add. They're going to have to be more dynamic on offense. And they're going to have to, play Steeler defense. Pass complete to Juju. He gets a first down. All right. 10.5 to play. Another 1st and 10. They move the sticks. I mean, they can do what they want with Juju. Honestly, I wouldn't mind them letting him walk, But at the same time, he's, the most experienced receiver on the roster. So quarterback-wise, especially if a young quarterback comes in, for him to be that number 1 receiver, they're going to need him in that role then. So they might end up re-signing him. We'll see. Under 10 to play. That's complete to Freiermuth. He'll be going into his second year next year, rookie out of Penn State. Phenomenal year, no doubt about it. Banged up a little bit there towards the end of the regular season. Actually didn't even play there late December, but it's quarterback. You have your running back. You have a good trio at receiver, tight end. It's the line. It's some spots on defense. Everybody's going to have a few holes, And if it makes sense, okay, do what you got to do. But just if it makes sense, regardless if it makes sense or not, just if it's going to help you, do what you got to do, Because the name of the game is to win. That's all anybody ever remembers. And tough way for Ben to go out here tonight, no doubt about it. 3rd and 1 after the incompletion. He'll hand off. And a first down run on a draw for the Steelers. And, they're working Benny Snell and Kalen Ballage at running back. So, Najee seems to be done. But slow start. 7 straight punts, 8 punts, whatever it was. Defense, though, still. They had Kansas City right where they wanted them out with that fumble. They go up 7, and then they give up how many unanswered, and then they score. Chiefs score again. That pass in the end zone incomplete, intended for both Deontay Johnson, Juju Smith-Schuster, but incomplete. 2nd and 10, 8:45 to play. But in the end, it might be a little bit closer, but Kansas City's probably, because they've just played 10 times better than Pittsburgh has tonight. Pittsburgh's been slow as hell here on offense. Up until just recently, but it's still too late. They're not playing another overtime game today. We're not playing another week next week. You lose, you're done. Ben pass complete to Ray Riven Cloud, and then he's brought down about the 30-yard line, the 3rd and short. 3rd and 2 officially. Got to punch it in. A few more points here. Make the damage a little less than it is. Pass incomplete right through the hands of Claypool. Jesus Christ, dude. What the hell? He tries to make too many big catches, Chase Claypool does. He's turning into Odell fucking Beckham Jr. is what he's doing. Right through his hands. You got to catch that. My God. Yeah, this is going to be tough for Ben to go out. Why not bring him back for another year and, run it back next year? If they can, fix some mistakes here or there. That's what I've said. Ben can play another 1 or 2 years if he wants to. 4th and 2, they go for it. Slant complete over the middle, 1st and 10 to 15. He can play another year or two if he wants to. He's not going to, by any means. We all know it's the end of it. But, if they have a more consistent running game, more balanced, consistent offense, and they're playing good defense. Like, okay, yeah, tonight and, recently it hasn't been great, but better than as if, because once again, Mason Rudolph, when he started this year, they tied. I think that's the end of story in that discussion. That pass caught in the end zone, touchdown. James Washington on the reception, and now Ben Roethlisberger ties Dan Marino with 420 passing touchdowns all time in a career, with his 2 passing touchdowns down tonight. 42-20, extra point to come. Yeah, like where the hell has this been all night? Like back-to-back, some big offensive second half drives here, and they drive and score. 2 of 3 offensive drives, they get, touchdowns. Remember the Najee fumble, and he hasn't been back in since. And yeah, pass caught in the end zone, touchdown. Extra point up and good, 42-21 now. Ben is 21-34, $147 and 2 touchdowns. The one to Deontay Johnson, the other right there, James Washington. Najee has 12 carries, 29 yards. Benny Snell, 2 of 15. Kalen Balazs, 3 of 9. And then James Washington, 2 catches, 37 yards and touchdown. Everybody else has 3, 4, 5 catches for 25 yards. Mahomes, though, 29-38, 402 yards passing and 5 touchdowns. Kelsey's 1-1, 2 yards and touchdown as well. As he has also a receiving touchdown. McKinnon has one of Mahomes' touchdowns. Pringle has 2 of them. Hill and then one of the offensive linemen have a touchdown catch as well. McKinnon has 10 carries, 51 yards, 6 catches, 81 yards and score. Yeah. 42-21. I mean, it's a 3-score game, 8.5 to play. 7.5 to play, excuse me. But yeah, this game has been over. Like if they would have held them to what? It was 21-7 at halftime. That second touchdown to 35 here in the second half, and then that last touchdown, of course, 2-42. They come back, 7-point deficits, 28-21. But the defense still has given up just way too much tonight. Like, they've just been picked apart. And, a little too late. So, that's where we sit. But wildcard round started yesterday. We had the Cincinnati Bengals win their first playoff game in 31 years over the Raiders by a final score of 26-19, as there were a handful of plays there that cost the Raiders the game. With a fumble, special teams error. Of course, those led to 6 Bengal points, and then the passing touchdown from Burrow, whether it was a touchdown or not, it was, and then they, won by 7, but regardless of that, those 6 points off of the mistakes, the Raiders on that last drive need a game-winning field goal rather than a touchdown to tie it to win, or at least force overtime. But they lose. The Bengals win 26-19. And then last night, Pittsburgh with an onside kick. It's going to be recovered by the Chiefs up midfield. So first 10, Kansas City from there. Last night, this time, the Bills beat the Patriots by 30, 47-17. Kansas City tonight was up by 28 at one point. 35-7. Now it's a 21-point lead, 42-21. And Kansas City with the win here, they'll host the Bills next week. They're going to announce the schedule here at some point in time. So we'll see who's playing who, when, and where. with, kick times and networks as well. But, Chiefs win here. They're going to host the Bills, and the Bengals, they go to Tennessee to take on the Titans. Earlier today, though, the Buccaneers beat the Eagles 31-15. So at least the Steelers scored more points than the Eagles did today for the two Pennsylvania 7-seed teams in the NFL playoffs. But they're both going to lose and be sent packing on next year. Bucks 31-15. They'll host the winner of tomorrow night's Monday night game next week with the Cardinals and Rams. And if it's the Rams, it's a rematch from when they went to LA and lost. Earlier today as well, the 49ers beat the Cowboys 23-17. So how about them Cowboys? They lose once again in the playoffs, so once new. San Francisco now going to go to Green Bay. Remember, that's a rematch from a Sunday night game late September, in which San Francisco thought they had the game won. Rodgers 2 plays, got Mason Crosby in full range, and they kicked the game-winning field goal and won the game. And now, of course, here we got 42-21 Chiefs on top of Steelers. Tomorrow night, Monday Night Football, to wrap up this wildcard round, the Cardinals and Rams for third time out in the NFC West. And then, they're going to give us the schedule for the divisional round, they said, by the end of the night, with, who's playing who, and where and when. So we'll see officially here shortly, but the Chiefs are going to host the Bills, and the Titans are going to host the Bengals in the AFC. And then the NFC side of things, the Bucs are going to host the winner of tomorrow night's game, where Green Bay is going to host the 49ers. So now they're going to show us some odd video package for the Super Bowl 56. That'll be on NBC Sunday night, Valentine's Day weekend, February 13th. In the middle, I might add, of the Winter Olympics, that'll kick off about 10 days prior as well. So a lot going to be going on over the next month. But the NFL playoffs are now underway. We're 2 days in this wildcard round. Still got a game to go tomorrow night in the divisional. Next week, doubleheader on Saturday, doubleheader on Sunday. I'll have live watch-along reactions over on YouTube of all 4 games, so be sure to tune back in. And then we'll be on to the Royal Rumble for the WWE on the road to WrestleMania, and then the Conference Championship games for the AFC and NFC respectively the next day, actually 2 weeks from now, Pro Bowl a week later, and the Super Bowl a week from then. So 2nd and 4 here for the Chiefs from the 44. As we hit the top of the hour, Mahomes going to hand off Jerick McKinnon, and they'll get a Chief first down, and Minka Fitzpatrick on the hit, some trash talk, but this game's been over. This game is over, and the Chiefs are going to win.
And he's fast. He's getting to the edge in a way that sometimes the other backs don't in this offense. So now you add that edge presence out there, and that's a complication. It's been good on those screens tonight, too. We know how much Andy Reid loves screen passes.
It looks like a Buffalo here next week, and they get Edwards and Laird back.
1st and 10, Chiefs from the 33. That Bill-Chief game is going to be damn good. And I think the Titans are going to beat the Bengals the way Cincy played yesterday. But who knows? Cincy's going to have to go on the road the rest of the way, though, if they do advance next week. Because if they beat the Titans, they'll then play at the winner of the Bills-Chiefs. Because they're, the 4th seed and, everybody else is ahead of them. So all 3 wild cards in the AFC are going to lose. Raiders, Patriots, Steelers. So all divisional winners. With the Titans on a bye, 2, 3, 4. With Kansas City, Buffalo, and Cincinnati all win. Bubble screen near side, complete to Hardman. And he's going to bounce around, slip and fall, and then finally be brought down there after a few yard pickup by Edmonds. Be 3rd down. But, about 5 minutes to play here tonight. And in the season for the Steelers, that, of course, they started 1-3, 1-4 in a row, tied, lost 3 of 4, 1 loss, 2-game winning streak into the night, then losing the playoffs. once again. But a few final minutes of Ben Roethlisberger's career as well here tonight. And, what a career it's been. What a career it's been. 18 seasons. Pump fake. Mahomes going down on the sack by T.J. Watt. So, single season, regular season sack record. He had it. They screwed him over on it last week. He has a few sacks tonight. So, we're going to add those into it, and we're going to count it as if he did break the record, even though he already did. So, T.J. Watt is now your new, and has been, but officially now, for sure, because he's a few sacks past it. Steelers call timeout. Kansas City going to have a fourth down. They'll punt. Pittsburgh going to get the ball back. Down 21, 4.5 to play. 2-1 to come. Still 2 timeouts. Who knows what the hell's going to happen here. But no, TJ Watt, your single season all-time sack leader in NFL history.
I said it a number of times through the years. It was trying to tackle an apartment building when they got in there.
Steelers back deep to receive the punt. No block, but how about a decent return, Ray? Okay, from the 15, he gets to the 19, so only 4 yards. Jesus Christ. That's another thing they're going to have to look at going into next year. It's special teams. Not, for, kickoffs or extra points or field goals by any means. They've been able to block a few punts. There hasn't been any return game at all this year for the Steelers. None. But I'll digress. Steelers 1st and 10. Hey, Ben, how about you go on a 4-minute, 24-minute 4-minute, 24-minute drive. That makes sense. 4-minute, 24-second drive. And don't give them the ball back. Don't give them the ball back. Let you lead your team down the field once more and, drive and score a touchdown. It'd be nice for Ben's last pass to maybe be a touchdown. Maybe to Freiermuth. So then we have, that to look forward to and go back to that, okay, Ben's, last passing touchdown to break Marino's record at 420, to move up the all-time touchdown list was to, Pat Freiermuth or, whoever, but yeah, Ben Roethlisberger. 18 seasons. Longest tenured quarterback with one team in NFL history. His legacy, what he wants people to know, is that he, gave it everything he had. He left it all out in the field. And honestly, like I've said recently, you can't ask for much else. So, with 4:24 to play, Ben and the Steeler offense getting the ball back 1st and 10. But honestly, like I said, you can't ask for much else. You can't, so just thank you to Ben Roethlisberger, who the Steelers drafted 11th overall in the 1st round back in the 2004 draft out of Miami, Ohio. Okay, they give us the update for the schedule for next week. CBS will have Bengals Titans Saturday afternoon at 4:30. Next Saturday night on Fox, we'll have the 49ers and Packers. And then next Sunday afternoon on NBC, it'll be the winner of tomorrow night's game of the Cardinals and Rams in Tampa taking on the Bucks. And next Sunday night on CBS, Bills Chiefs in an AFC Championship rematch from last year. Okay, now we know the schedule for next week. But I'll have live watch along reactions live on YouTube of all 4 games anyway, so just be sure to tune back in. 1st and 10 Steelers from the 19. What do you got, Ben, for the final time? Well, start the drive. They fumble the snap. Benny Snell picks it up, runs with it, and gets 9.5. Not enough for a first down, but it'll allow 2nd and short. Come on, Ben. Let's.
Are you ever really on the road with the Pittsburgh Steelers?
No, you're not. You're at home with the Steelers on the road. Let's give it one last shot here. Ben complete on a screen pass near side to Benny Snell. Be 1st and 10 Pittsburgh. .323 and counting to play. And Ben steps up and almost picked off, incomplete. 2nd and 10. We know. Thanks for reminding us. Let's take it in while we can. 2nd and 10 Steelers with 3:11 to play. Ben in the gun by himself. Empty set. Looking to throw. Caught by Zach Gentry. Be 3rd down.
And I think Ben, he hopes his memory within Pittsburgh is exactly that he reflected that community, the toughness.
Oh, for sure. For sure, no doubt about it. He's a Steeler through and through. 3rd and 5, Pittsburgh from the 38. And it'll be caught by Deontay Johnson. He gets us another Steeler 1st down. So they'll move the sticks again. See, they play this from the start. Right now, this game might be a little bit different, but maybe not by much. But hell, there's Chief fans. Thank you, holding thank you Ben signs, and see you in Canton, for God's sakes. Like, that's just respect. And complete to Zach Gentry at midfield. Be 2nd down, Pittsburgh. 2-minute warning. They got 2 timeouts, 2 minutes to play, and a 2nd down. Down by 21. Once Ben got left in the tank. Just keep the ball for these final 2 minutes. Can you please do that at least? Can you at least work the clock around the clock, make sure they don't get the ball back? Ben maybe, once again, his final pass be a touchdown for 421 all time.
What are you working on now? That's fun.
Oh, I made my wife a bathing suit.
Oh, did Linda like it?
She did not.
Because, once again, Ben Roethlisberger.
Look at him. He loves it.
The confidence to make your dream a reality. U.S. Bank. We'll get there together.
18 seasons. Longest tenured quarterback with one team in enough history. From his offensive rookie of the year to his motorcycle accident. All the legal problems with people trying to cancel him once again. Top 10 all-time in passing touchdowns in NFL history. Currently tied with Dan Marino at 420. He's the Steelers franchise record holder, of course, in every major passing category is number 7. He's a 6-time Pro Bowler. And he's one of only 6 quarterbacks in NFL history to defeat all 31 other teams. He's 5th all-time in passing yards in NFL history. And he's going to end his career with a total of 178 wins, including the playoffs, as the Steelers starting quarterback. And as mentioned in the past few weeks, I'll remember 2008 and 2005 back to 43 and 40 for the Super Bowl wins the most. But above all, I'm going to, try to remember everything as best I can throughout these past 18 years, because what a run it's been. Never say never, but never forget the 2-time Super Bowl champion who never had a losing season as a starting quarterback of the black and gold Pittsburgh Steelers. one Pro Football Hall of Fame career as number 7 Big Ben Roethlisberger is and will always be a Pittsburgh Steeler. So from the black and gold to a gold jacket. Thank you, Ben. Thank you, Ben Roethlisberger. We'll get into recapping this game and then a little preview to the offseason real quick as well before we sign off here tonight. But the Chiefs are going to beat the Steelers and send them packing. But yes, thank you, Ben. They got the ball for him. 2nd and 3 from the 49. Out of the empty set. Oh, come on, Juju. You got to catch that. 10 for 19. Juju Smith-Schuster. It's incomplete. Drop. 3rd down and 3. Ben, a family man, an all-time great. Hall of Famer. Gutsy with toughness. Strong, loyal competitor. Clutch, no doubt about it. A world champion who had grit and was authentic, no doubt about it. Yeah, that's Ben Roethlisberger in a nutshell. Yeah. 3rd and 3, they hand off and get a 1st down. At this rate, we just got to, await the retirement announcement now. Whether that comes tomorrow or sometime this week, or, they're going to wait until after the Super Bowl, or, who knows. But I'm sure he'll take some time, but he knows. We all know. Just hope to God he doesn't play for somebody else. Pump fake. Ben, he goes down on the sack. So it was 2nd and long. 1-1-1 to play. Why don't you give him a shot to at least complete his last pass he's going to throw? But knowing this Chief defense, watch, they'll probably pick him off. 2nd and 13, under a minute to play. Ben gets a snap. Complete to Zach Gentry, who gets inside the 40 down to the 38. And you got 2 timeouts. Why don't you call one? You got 41 seconds. You'll have a 3rd and manageable, 3rd and 4. Ben, in his own words, they're going to show a video package for him. Are they going to announce his retirement now? This place means so much to him. It does. A Yinzer. He does. He's, that's all it takes, just find a way. And he won 178 fucking times. And 2 Super Bowls later, 1 Hall of Fame career. 3rd and 3 from the 38 for the Steelers. Ben pump fakes. Caught by Ray. Ooh, big hit at the 25. 1st and 10. Pittsburgh, though. 34 seconds to count and go. You got 1 timeout still. Yeah, pump fake, and he hit him. It's caught. Why don't you get him 200 yards passing and another touchdown? 20 seconds. 1st and 10 Steelers from the 25. Ben pump fakes. Dumps it off. Benny Snell. Okay, he gets to the 14, 12 seconds. Call timeout. Call timeout. Give him a shot to throw a touchdown to end his career. Give him one last pass to end his career with a touchdown on his final throw. Regular season-wise, yes, it started with the Ravens and ended with them last week. It's going to end with a loss here tonight against Kansas City Chiefs in the playoffs, but, one game doesn't define, one person or one team. So, 1st and 10 Steelers from the 14-yard line. They got a trip stop your screen. And Ben in the gun, pump fakes, dumps it off again. They get a 1st down, 1st and goal to 3, 4 seconds, 3, 2, One, and that does it. No timeouts. They can't stop the clock, so no touchdown for him. But at least he gets the completion on his final pass for a first and goal. But your final score, 42-21, as Mahomes comes and shakes Roethlisberger's hand. The media once again surrounding him. And this is on the road. This isn't at Heinz Field like it was 2 weeks ago on Monday Night Football against the Browns. The Chiefs are going to win. Handshake there with Andy Reid and Mike Tomlin as the Chiefs win at 42-21. You can see the emotion once again with Ben Roethlisberger as he now shakes hands with the Chief head coach, former Eagle head man, and Andy Reid as well. And it wasn't a touchdown. That he completed on his final pass. But it was a Pittsburgh Steeler first down. Chiefs win at 42-21, your final score. Mahomes, 30 of 39, 404 yards passing and 5 touchdowns. Jerick McKinnon had 12 carries, 61 yards rushing. Mahomes 3 of 29 on the ground. Kelsey, he had 5 catches, 108 yards receiving a touchdown. McKinnon, 681 in the score. Marcus Robinson had 4 catches, 76 yards. Tyreek Hill, 557 in the score. Mecole Hardman, 443. Byron Pringle had 5 catches, 37 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Pittsburgh rushing and receiving. James Washington had 2 catches, 37 yards in the score. Deontay Johnson, 5 of 34 and a touchdown. Everybody else, once again, 3, 4, 5 catches, 25 yards in no particular order. Pat Fryermuth, 5 catches, 25 yards. Juju Smith-Schuster, 5 catches, 25 yards. Chase Claypool, 3 catches, 25 yards. Ray McLeod had 2 catches, 22 yards. Gentry, 2 for 22. Benny Snell, 2 catches, 16 yards. Najee Harris, 12 carries, 29 yards rushing. Kalen Balazs, 4-13. Benny Snell, 2 of 13. So, the Chiefs win and defeat the Steelers, 42-21, your final score. But Big Ben Roethlisberger, number 7 in what looks to be his final NFL game, regular and or postseason now, as a Pittsburgh Steeler, as he'll hang it up and retire. Finished tonight in his final game, as he had 2 touchdowns and 2 interceptions in his first ever game in relief of Tommy Maddox. He didn't have the 2 interceptions tonight. They only turned it over once with a fumble. He did have the 2 touchdowns, though, and he ties Dan Marino with 420 passing touchdowns all time in a career. So from a native Pittsburgher to a Pittsburgh Steeler, Ben Roethlisberger, 420 yards, 420 all-time passing touchdowns, Mahomes almost had, as he gets interviewed now, 420 passing yards tonight, 404 officially. But no, Ben, in his final game here tonight, finished 29 of 44, 215 yards passing, and 2 touchdowns. The first to Deontay Johnson and his last to James Washington. So that will be a trivia question for you years from now. And his final completion was caught for a Steeler first down by number 81 in Zach Gentry. So why not interview Ben? Even with the loss, why don't you interview him? I get you're not going to do that. You're going to interview the team that won, and they've already, gone over the schedule for next week. But very disappointing night, very frustrating to say the least. Complete embarrassment. If they would have done a little bit more early, who knows how the game would have ended. They turned it over once. The turnovers evened each other out, 1 apiece for 7 points. So, okay, there's that. But the Steeler defense just, even with the fumble, scoop, and score for a touchdown, they had the momentum and they let it slip. The Chiefs capitalized off their own mistake, I thought. They put it to them. You know, Pittsburgh scored a few more touchdowns, but so did Kansas City. And, you know, flat out they got beat because the Chief offense, you know, was better than the Steeler defense. And they, of course, scored more points than them tonight. So 42-21, your final score with the Chiefs, your victor. So Ben, at least, you know, he'll have this. In his first game and his last game, he lost both of them. I know that you know, that's not a good thing, but, you know, like, you know, just what a career. I'm not even going to go into, you know, the rest of this game. I mean, there's not really much else to be said anyway. I mean, this game's been over for how long now, to begin with anyways. But, yeah, they got beat, you know, by the better team. You know, they snuck into the playoffs as a 7th seed. And, unfortunately, unlike in his early years, they can't go on the road in the playoffs and win and, you know, win the Super Bowl away from home. Because, of course, tonight they lose. But just what a ride, you know, what a career, what a season. They're going to finish officially at 9-8-1. It's another non-losing season. They haven't had a losing season since 2003. Ben's going to retire, never having a losing season as a starting quarterback as well, as he was drafted, of course, in April of 2004. But
Hey Alexis, play my music.
at least his last pass was a completion. At least his last pass was a completion. And if anybody knows, even though I just said it a few seconds ago, who it's to, I'll give you a free subscription right here to the YouTube channel. And once again, thank you for tuning in and listening here tonight and all season long. As at least streaming-wise for the channel here, we caught the tail end to Roethlisberger's career. But, of course, myself, a Steeler fan, I've been watching him, you know, my whole life. I mean, Ben as a Steeler quarterback's really all I know, you know, other than Slash and Tommy Gunn himself. But Ben's going to be remembered as, no offense to Terry Bradshaw, who won 4 Steeler Super Bowls in the 70s with the Steel Curtain. I think Ben's going to be remembered as the greatest Steeler quarterback of all time to this point, unless somebody, you know, years from now dethrones him in that regard. But, yeah, just, as always, just want to say thank you, and thank you to Ben Roethlisberger once again. As we went over the accolades there a short time ago, I guess for the hell of it, we can go over it again one final time as they're going to wrap up some post-game coverage here. Ben, there he is. He's walking off the field for the final time into the tunnel. And unfortunately, yeah, he can't go out a winner on top. He'll go out with a loss, but what a career for Roethlisberger. Camera's going to have to stop there. They can't go into the locker room with him. But we'll see what the future holds for the Steelers. We're going to get into that here in a second. Once again, they show the schedule for next week. The Bengals go to the Titans now. The Bills and Chiefs in a rematch next Sunday night. That's your AFC. The Packers are going to host the Niners next Saturday night. And Tampa is going to host the winner tomorrow night's Cardinal-Ram game next Sunday afternoon. So, from 6 games, well, we still got one more. 5 games already, 1 tomorrow. 6 wildcard games, 4 divisional, 2 conference championships, 1 Pro Bowl, 1 Super Bowl. Playoffs will continue, and hopefully we'll be along for the ride live here on YouTube as well for more live watch-along reactions. Yeah. As they'll sign off, I'll sign off here in a short time as well. Just once again, thanks for tuning in and listening, and thank you, Ben Roethlisberger. Honestly, from the bottom of my heart, thank you for everything.
This particular point, it's crazy.
Yeah, and it's probably even more of a tribute to him that he's doing it.
Might have not, of course, been the way
When he gets in that hurry-up
you
offense,
or
it is just
any of
tough
us
to
would
stop.
have
He just
wanted to
wins
go out by any means with a loss. But, I mean, 18 years, once again, for Ben Roethlisberger. The longest tenured quarterback with one team in NFL history. You know, once again, his legacy, as he wants people to know that, you know, he gave it everything he had. He left it all out on the field, and he did that just tonight. His final pass was a completion for another Steeler first down. And once again, like I said, honestly, you cannot ask for much else. So, once again, thank you to Ben Roethlisberger, former first-round pick, 11th overall, 2004 NFL draft, out of Miami, Ohio, 18 seasons, longest quarterback with one team, tenured quarterback with one team in NFL history, I might say. Offensive Rookie of the Year, motorcycle accident, legal problems. Top 10 all-time in passing touchdowns. Tied with Dan Marino for 420 in NFL history. Number 7 is the Steelers franchise record holder in every major passing category. 6-time Pro Bowler, one of only 6 quarterbacks in NFL history to defeat all 31 other teams. 5th all-time in passing yards in NFL history. 3rd all-time in postseason passing yards. 178 times he sent us to bed happy with a win, including the playoffs. Once again, I'll remember 05 and 08 the most. The Super Bowls 40 and 43 respectively. Should have won 45, but Rodgers has that ring. We'll see what happens there. But above all, once again, I'll remember, you know, just everything as best I can throughout these past 18 years. And as cliche as that sounds, you know, there's not really, other than a few big wins, including the Super Bowls, really the, you know, one thing that stands out, you know, other than, I mean, 18 years as a Steelers starting quarterback and 178 wins. And you know, you average that out, it's about 10 per year. But that's above 500, and that's for the 2-time Super Bowl champion. 0 losing seasons. But 1 Pro Football Hall of Fame career, as once again, number 7, Big Ben Roethlisberger, is and always will be a Pittsburgh Steeler. So thank you. Thank you to number 7. Thank you, Ben. Thank you, Ben Roethlisberger. From the black and gold to a gold jacket. Canton, Ohio, and Pro Football Hall of Fame awaits. But the Steelers, just like everyone else that's at one point in time, including themselves, had to have gone through this before, you know, you got to move on. So what does the future hold at quarterback for the black and gold? Well, give you a little rundown here. Make it not quick, but, and not even short and sweet, but just list off, because there is plenty of time to discuss this in length later on down the road at some other point in time. Come this upcoming off season, that of course will begin once Super Bowl wraps up. We'll have the combine and free agency, with the league year beginning mid-March, and then the draft. And what does Pittsburgh do with all that? Well, you know, it's one thing at a time. You got to see what happens first off, and then you go from there. No doubt about it, would love to have one of these 3 starting quarterbacks as the starting quarterback for the Pittsburgh Steelers next year in 2022. And those 3 are, in fact, Aaron Rodgers, Russell Wilson, and Deshaun Watson. So we'll see what happens with those situations. I wouldn't mind, though, at quarterback for the Steelers, someone say like a Derek Carr or a Jimmy Garoppolo or even a Matt Ryan, you know? They got to have a more balanced and consistent running game, though. That's where it starts, and they're going to have to really fix this offensive line this upcoming offseason, no doubt about it. Now, come the draft, there's a handful of potential draftable quarterbacks for the Steelers. But, since Ben, they haven't, because they haven't had to. But still, backup-wise, you always want to have somebody ready, We've seen how that's gone, Like, they've found ways to win without him sometimes, but, once again, they're not Ben Roethlisberger, okay? So, yeah, you got to move on now. But sure as hell ain't the answer with Mason Rudolph, Dwayne Haskins, or Josh Dobbs. So I'm not even going to go there. If they're on the roster, they better not be fucking starting next year. I'll say that much. Okay? They can back up all they want, but they better not be starting. They need a experienced quarterback, whether that's a veteran in the league or, somebody who has had time, consistent time under his belt, coming out of college to be a rookie next year. And there's, of the 6 quarterbacks that the Steelers could potentially take, 3 I would be okay with. The other 3 I don't want at all. And the 3 I don't want are Ole Miss quarterback Matt Corral, even though his girlfriend is in fact Pittsburgh Steeler fan and Pittsburgh native Brett Michaels' daughter. I don't want Matt Corral. I don't want Sam Howell from North Carolina, and I don't want Desmond Ridder from Cincinnati. No. I don't think Kenny Pickett's going to be there for the Steelers to pick. I don't. They're going to have a pick in the early 20s now with the loss in the wild card round. The thing is, once again, I don't want to go through another situation of from Bradshaw to Ben. They had the chance to take Marino, and they didn't. He played 17 years for the Dolphins. Ben just played 18 years with the Steelers. Kenny Pickett's coming out of Pitt. He's in your own backyard. I'm not saying don't make the same mistake again. If he's there, take him. If you don't sign anybody, of course, in free agency. Now, the thing is, too, they could sign a reliable veteran quarterback in free agency and then still draft somebody. Not necessarily high, but still draft a quarterback. And then, okay, there's your 2 to focus on. And then, that only gives, sort of the same situation San Fran's in right now, Jimmy G and then Trey Lance behind him. Like, eventually that starter's going to move on because you're going to, mold whoever you draft into the potential starter. But Kenny Pickett from Pitt, and then some non-Power 5 quarterbacks, as Ben was as well coming out of the MAC from Miami, Ohio. Carson Strong from Nevada and Malik Willis from Liberty are the 2 other quarterbacks I'd be comfortable with the Steelers selecting in the draft. Kenny Pickett, Carson Strong, Malik Willis from Pitt, Nevada, and Liberty. Remember their names. Keep an eye on them. Be okay with them. I don't want Matt Corral at Ole Miss. I don't want Sam Howell from North Carolina. I don't want Desmond Ridder from Cincinnati. I don't. And once again, sure as hell ain't the answer with Mason Rudolph, Dwayne Haskins, or Josh Dobbs. But whoever the Steelers quarterback is, they're going to have to find a running game with 22 Najee Harris. Okay, along with playing Pittsburgh Steelers defense. And that's also why, once again, I still think that Ben, if he'd want to, which, whether he wants to or not, Father Time catches up to everybody. And he knows, time's ticking and he's going to be done. As we just witnessed this final game here tonight. Once again, thanks for tuning and listening. But, yeah, whoever the Steelers quarterback is, they're going to have to find a running game with Najee Harris. They got to find a number 2 behind him as well, along with playing Steeler defense. And once again, that's also why I still think that Ben, if he'd want to, he could play another 1 to 2 more years. But I think we all know, unfortunately, that, of course, that's not going to happen as the retirement announcement will now be coming shortly. Just don't go through another quarterback situation from Terry Bradshaw to Ben Roethlisberger when you have a chance to do better, No Mark Malone, no Bubby Brister, no Neil O'Donnell, no Mike Tomczak, not even Slash, Cordell Stewart, or Tommy Gunn himself, Tommy Maddox. Even though, yeah, no doubt about it, they won games, but not as many as the two Hall of Fame quarterbacks in Bradshaw and Ben that also, of course, donned the black and gold and won 6 Super Bowls. So don't go through another situation like this for, almost 20, 25, 30 years. But we'll see what happens. Like I said, it's all just going to depend on what happens before then, though, with this upcoming offseason, one thing at a time. Ongoing are the coaching carousel in the NFL playoffs. Super Bowl is coming up, then the combine and free agency, followed by the draft in late April from Vegas. You're going to have to fill needs, but you also need a quarterback in order to win because, it's a quarterback-driven league. But, yeah, that'll do it. The Steelers lose 42-21 to the Chiefs. They're eliminated on 2022 now. That'll also do it for Ben Roethlisberger's career, as it looks like he'll be retiring at some point in time soon. But just once again, thanks for tuning in and listening. Be sure to like, follow, and subscribe as always on social media. Links in the description below. As the Steelers, they're on to next season. And as they lose to the Chiefs here tonight in the NFL playoffs, once again, your final score, 42-21. So thank you, Ben. Thank you, Seven. Thank you, Ben Roethlisberger. Thank you for 18 seasons as a starting quarterback of the black and gold Pittsburgh Steelers.